Good evening, Outlaws. Hey, it's KGB from the C Sports Network. That's right, we're here for another live Braves stream. Give me a few minutes while I get things set up. My camera's giving me a little issue, so bear with me while I fix this. Why on? I know that. You unplug it, plug it back in. It's being naughty. You're not live. All right, so just about ready here, guys. Sorry about that. Sure, shut my door. All right, so what's up, everybody? I seen there's a few of you in the chat, guys. I still gotta, as always, gotta get a few things situated. Just bear with me. How about that? How about that Braves game last night? That's what we need to see out of them tonight. Now, we could have some issues tonight. It's been storming real bad again here. So, as always, if you have any issues, just refresh your browser. We'll get that out of there ahead of time. All right. Welcome in, guys and gals. We are going to be running our interactive a little bit different tonight. We're going to be running through a browser source. That way, I know you guys don't hear it. If I was to leave the sound on, you would. So we'll leave it at like that. Okay. Well, it's really not making any sense. All right. I see what it is. Let me fix it. Now you see why I like going through the other way. It is so much easier. There's our interactive. All right. That should be good until the game starts. Now I see the game is on Fox, so the MLB has a broadcast up here. Let's see if they black me out. just a commercial. So kind of a weird deal.
What he's doing at 40 is really special.
The fact that this team is still right there where you need to be, how confident are you the rest of the way?
We are scheduled for a 7.
Yeah, super confidence. You know, like I said earlier, we got to keep playing hard, and good things will happen for us, and be positive. That's it.
Ozzie, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Chris, back to you.
All right, thank you, Ken. I mean, it's amazing here. No Strider, no Acuna.
Okay, so there we have it. Now, okay, there we go. Event will begin shortly. We actually had broadcasters on it. And let me get my chat up here so I can see what you all are talking about. Sorry about the inconvenience. No subs before. Actually lost one there, Kenneth. We were at 9:55 last night, by the end of the night, after everything, and we're at 9:54 now. It's all right. We'll make up for it. So welcome in, Mr. Woodrow, Kenneth, David, Lonnie. Appreciate you guys all stopping in. Did I miss anybody else? Sorry, I'm just now getting to the chat. So.
That wave into Yankee Stadium, the Yankees and the Braves, two storied franchises facing off on baseball night in America.
Down on the field.
It was the Braves in the first game, exploding for 8 runs in an 8-1 win. And we're all set for the middle game of this 3-game weekend series. We welcome you inside. Hope you're having a great weekend. Joe Davis, the Hall of Famer John Smoltz. It's like these two teams the last week or so have traded places. The Braves, for a lot of the year, it was like, when are these guys going to get going? Well, they have this last week.
Yeah, the timing the last 8 games has been great. Nobody expected that they would duplicate last year's offense. Of course, they've had some injuries, but of late, the power's coming back, and they needed this stretch run. Picked up some games in the division, but gained some confidence. They struggled to score runs, and then all of a sudden, here comes the heat, here comes the homers, and the Braves are starting to feel like they're the offense of old.
Yeah, they hit 3 home runs last night. The Yankees, meanwhile, still have the best record in the American League. It's been an excellent season, but this last week or two, they're their first extended rough patch.
Every team goes through it, and nobody's immune from it. This is a very good team. Offensively, they're solid. Their starters were unbelievable. Well, in this last stretch, their starters
got the head on the night,
and that's the reason they have not really won many games. They got up to a bad start. Their offense can't catch up. It's usually the opposite. The Yankees do it to everybody else. They get off to the early lead, make it tough. They're going to get back to those ways. They've got to get a better pitching performance tonight.
Yeah, 32 runs allowed the last 3 games for what has been the best pitching staff in baseball for a lot of this year. They turned to Marcus Stroman to try and right that ship. Two storied franchises. They've met head-to-head in the World Series 4 times. They collide on a Saturday night here in New York on Baseball Night in America. The best team in baseball this year against the hottest team at this point. Yankees and Braves coming up on Fox.
They are coming up on Fox. Whoop, whoop. Oh, thank you, David. Call me superstitious or whatever you want to call me, man, but we've won every game. Every game that I've wore this hat, we have won. Knocking on wood, let's hope that continues tonight. Now remember, if the interactive gives us any problems tonight, we're going to be shooting over to use the old school. Hey, Gene, how you doing? Hope you're feeling better tonight, my friend. Any which way but loose and any which way you can, I think, right? Great movie, Mr. Woodrow. Make sure I'm not talking to myself. I've had a problem with muting myself completely.
Out and about and enjoying this New York Saturday. We were at Rickwood Field in Birmingham, Alabama this week. It's muggier here than it was there.
Yeah, it's a steamer here, and it's going to be hot really for the next 4 days. Good for hitters, pitchers. Going to be tough.
Yeah. Well, we take a look at Fox Foresight, powered by Google Cloud. For the Yankees, excellent at home this season. Not quite as good lately, but overall this year, one of the best home teams in baseball.
Yeah, there you see the numbers that indicate why they've been so good and had so quickly got to 50 wins. There's 58% of the chance they're going to be leading after 6 innings.
For
they
coming on
well
the score last night,
score
hanging out,
early,
chatting,
and Aaron Judge
getting to know
is
each other
another
better.
big reason because he's having a
cool,
monster.
man. I invite you to come on.
Thanks to
anytime.
Google Cloud for powering these real-time insights. Marcus Stroman, first year with the Yankees, overall been a good first impression.
It has. He's going to rely heavily on that sinker. Now he's going to have to do a better job than he did his last game, holding runners on if they get on. This has been a problem for the Yankees. Offensively, they don't steal and run much, but against them, they've been running wild.
Yeah, Sunday at Fenway Park, he gave up 4 runs on 7 singles and 4 walks, and the base runners not great, but the bigger thing was he gave up 6 stolen bases on a day where the Red Sox stole 9 total. And so Stroman trying to get back on track, as are the Yankees, having dropped 5 of their last 6 games. Jared Kelenic climbed.
All right, so we're going to pause that while the interactive gets caught up. Get you synced up for the sound here just in a minute.
Times in and off we go with ball 1.
Here we go, first pitch.
Braves, on the other hand, have won 4 consecutive
ball
games
1.
in 7 of their last 8.
Jared Kelenic with a 268
After
average,
they
6
won the
home
first
runs,
game of this series 8-1.
and a 737. Oh, yes. Kelenic just hit a home run. Oh, they went to the overview. Wait a minute here. Did he hit a home? No. What the hell did he run around the bases? That's that's my fault, guys. I thought he hit a home run. The live view they're showing from up in the stands now. Now a commercial, back to live view. Not quite sure why. Looks like that's going to be out number 2 for the Braves. Come on, guys, take us down the field.
Holding down the fort there at first base. And speaking about holding down the fort, it has been a one-man wrecking crew for most of the year. Now some of the guys are getting hot, but Ozuna has been unbelievable for the Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, he is. I mean, you could make a case that he belongs in the MVP conversation, with the Braves still very in. Above and Beyond is sponsored by Jersey Mike's. Taking a look at the details of his season so far. And to think a year ago, little more than a year ago, it looked like he may never play another game for the Braves, off to just a horrendous.
All right, let me pause it there and get it synced back up. Yeah, they must have had some technical difficulties.
Start, and it had been a couple years
All
since
right,
he'd been
foul
any good at all.
So 2-1 the
Man,
count.
different guys starting.
Yeah, after that
May
first
last
pitch,
year.
Well, Brian
just
Snicker
went
talked
through the
about
view up in the
glowingly how he
stands.
handled everything that
No
came his way,
commentators, no
what he was
nothing.
like in the clubhouse, even
Sorry
when he
about
wasn't
that.
playing.
Should be underway
The
now.
guys love him.
Second pitch. Down
Chase
a
is
dirty
here
swing
2-2.
and a miss.
Yeah, Snicker said even when he wasn't playing
2-2
last year, he'd be the
count.
first guy out on the
We
field
got
for
2
the
outs,
postgame
top of the
handshake
first.
line. He had the biggest smile on his face after the wasn't any part of him. On this 2-2 from Stroman, he takes away and the count goes
That's
full.
going to be ball 3, so we have a full count. Ozuna with a .311 batting average on the season.
Stroman rocks and fires. And a fly ball to right center field, carrying pretty well. Judge turns and watches.
That's
this
gone!
fly.
That is a home run for the Big Bear!
It's the fourth home run for the Braves in the 2 games in this series. And the
21st homer of the season.
This is how good he's been. He has the
That man gets a dance, baby.
so long. This pitch was 60 inside, center inside. This pitch, if you can now get the ball inside to him, that's middle down the middle, you can go right with it. The ball ball does not hold. A lot of ball balls hit at that height. And obviously that was, and with this heat, humidity,
it is really flying. Stroman doesn't normally give up many
All right,
home
so
runs.
Big
Talk
Bat
about
will
him
sit
being
up the
such a
bat.
ground ball guy, lives
First
at the
pitch is
bottom
going
of
to
the
paint
zone,
the
but
bottom left corner first.
gives one up to one of the best
they
home run
gave him
hitters
a
in the
ball.
game right there.
Boy, that looked like a strike.
And now it's Matt
We'll
Olson.
take it.
54 home runs a year
Just
ago.
like that, we are on the top.
Power has
1
been
to
missing for a
nothing.
lot of this season, but seen more and more of it lately.
Welcome in, D.
this would be a better matchup for Olsen than for Stroman. The one thing that Stroman likes to do is work the ball down, sink
Big
it,
Bear
cut it in
had a
on
3-2 count.
whereas
Next
Olsen
pitch,
struggles
straight
with the
down the
ball
plate,
and
and he
velocity
put it
up
over the wall
above his
for
hands.
Home run number 1 of the night.
Got a
They
pitch
are-
count malfunction here.
Yeah.
Yankees have been such a good team early in games this season, but this is a 4th consecutive game they've given up a run in the first.
Well, they got some rude fans.
The pitching staff that
Out
has
there
been
screaming
among the best in
obscenities
baseball
and
this year,
whatnot.
even without Garrett Cole.
You can
who
hear,
just returned on
hear
Wednesday.
them muting the game sound because of it.
Running into a buzzsaw here, though, with this Braves offense.
All right, guys, I'll be
catching
off
fire lately.
camera here, but I'll be on cam.
He's got the technical glitch worked
Here
out.
comes the pitch.
And a strike on the outside corner, 1-2 on Olsen. Figured it was a matter of time for this Braves offense. Set a record for home runs last year.
No, he tried to go up.
That's going to be
with
ball 2, so 2-2 the
a
count.
pitch. Scouting reports are great, but pitching away from your strengths sometimes can get you in more trouble.
Back foot swung to get Olsen.
That'll be
To finish
strike
off
3
his
for
first
him.
inning, but Marcell Ozuna hits his 21st home run of the season, second only to
We're going to head to the bottom of the first, and we'll see if the Yankees can answer. Welcome in, everybody, to the stream. Hey, if you haven't done so yet, hit that thumbs up for us and subscribe to the channel. I realize I have my camera off for a few minutes while I eat my dinner sandwich.
Askew to fourth this season comes up to the plate looking like this tonight. They've got Alex Verdugo back in the lineup after he had yesterday off, hitting behind Soto and Judge. And it's Stanton who's having a nice resurgent year. The rookie Rice Torres back in the lineup after missing a game with a groin injury. Wells and then Cabrera starts at third against the ageless one, 40-year-old Charlie Morton.
Yeah, this could be an interesting matchup. Lately, the scouting report is throw strikes early, breaking balls a lot to the Yankees. That has been kind of their Achilles lately. And nobody throws a breaking ball about as much and breaks it like Charlie Morton does. There is the curveball percentage. Third best spin rate on the curveball among starters. And yes, the ageless one is still ticking.
Drafted 22 years ago. Drafted the year after the guy that he's facing here, and Anthony Volpe was born. And Charlie's now in his 17th season. Father of 4, says he's kind of year to year at this point, thinking, man, I've accomplished a lot in this game. What else is there? He says, I'm not pitching for the Hall of Fame. I'm not setting any records or anything. But he just keeps on getting pulled back at it. Reevaluates each year. Fires a 2-1 pitch.
Well,
it's ball 3.
One record that he's chasing. I don't know if he'll get, but hit batsmen.
That'll be ball
Yeah, he's
3,
racking
so
those up,
3 and
isn't
1
he?
to count.
A lot of curveballs he hits batters with. It's not that he hits them a ton with fastballs, but a lot of breaking balls.
Bouncing ball back to Morton.
That's a bouncing ball back to Charlie
Volpe.
Morton, who throws Matt Olson for out.
One away in this first inning, and a guy comes to the plate that torments a lot of pitchers, but there aren't too many pitchers that Juan Soto has tormented more than Charlie Morton. He has homered against him 3 times, and out of the 16 times that he's faced ground chuck, he's reached 12 of them.
Yeah, well, he's so good at commanding the zone, and the breaking ball that comes in towards Soto, when you keep your bat in the zone, you can hit that pitch as a left-handed batter.
First pitch curve for a strike. Soto had a 20-game on-base streak, snapped with an 0-for-4 yesterday. And he's not the only guy in this lineup that has had success against Morton. It was a very odd 0-for-4 yesterday. First 3 strikeout game for him this year. Struck out 3 plate appearances in a row.
Outside for
Never
ball
see
2
that.
No,
or
you
ball
never
1.
see that. What he has done is he's dominated the fastball in the zone, dominated the 95+ mile-an-hour fastball. And most hitters are susceptible to the breaking ball, so you can imagine that's Charlie's plan of attack.
Ball. Nice take on a changeup. You saw Chris Sale a moment ago. As good as the offense was yesterday,
Austin.
Sale did it again on the mound for the Braves.
No, Matt's not here
over
tonight.
5 innings to get to 10-2.
He's over at his buddy's house.
On a 2-1 from Morton, Soto takes ball 3.
You know, I was curious to see how Soto was going to fit in with the Yankees in the sense that I thought he would have monster numbers and not so much a ton of walks. But in his first at bats, he's getting a lot of those walks. So he's setting the table for Aaron Judge behind him. And then, of course, you see the homers and the RBIs and average are still right where you want it to be, which makes this lineup one of the best in the American League.
Well, he takes another walk here.
That'll be
Yankees
off.
have their first base
When
runner
I
of the
walk
game
for
as Soto
Martin.
takes the free pass, and up comes Aaron Judge.
And as the year progresses, this is what makes the Yankees lineup so good. Now, what I was talking about of their Achilles heel the last 7 games, Boston did something I didn't think anybody could do, and that's pound strike 1, strike 2 to almost every hitter and then spin a lot of breaking balls.
Yeah, David, I'm eating my
And
supper
they
right
kinda
now. That's
them
why I
in a
got
funk,
Cam
and
off.
They've been in a little bit of funk ever since that game in Boston.
Plays off this first pitch breaker. Yeah, the Yankees hadn't lost a series in more than a month. Trying to avoid losing their 3rd series in a row here. Their 4th out of their last 5. That is not because of any kind of drop off from this guy. Finishing off a 50-game stretch where he's hitting .374 and he's homered 23 times. Ooh, got squeezed there, did Morton.
Well, bad sign for both pitchers if that's not a strike. Stroman wants that badly. He wants the bottom of the zone. Now, we're talking about Judge, who's 6'8", all right, and they probably had a concerted effort because the first couple years that pitch was being called on him, and Aaron Boone probably got thrown out more on that.
And you got a rookie umpire back there. Probably doesn't want to be yelled at by Aaron Boone or be the rookie umpire that calls a low strike on Judge.
There's that tight breaking ball, lower 3/4. Charlie is so famous for.
Here he comes to the 2-1. Judge lays off ball 3.
All 3. Come on, Charlie.
Yankees have been the best first inning team in baseball this year, and the captain has led that charge. Soto at first, 1 away. Morton to Judge with a 3-1, and it's cracked the other way. Sends
Oh, that is gone.
Aaron Judge does it again. 28th of the season. Yankees take the lead.
Aaron Judge 2-run home run puts him ahead 2-1. That's Aaron Judge's 28th home run of the season. Charlie has not looked like Charlie in quite some time now.
24 home runs in his last 50 games. The captain is dangerous as ever. And now Verdugo.
Well, that's what makes this play so tough, right? I mean, that's what the Yankees have
still
built a
only
lineup
have
around
one
over
out.
the years. You
Out
can't
of the
make
first.
mistakes as pitchers and get behind in this lineup, and especially that guy, because the porches and
How you
left
doing,
and right are
Austin?
so short. And
Yeah, I see
that's
that.
why the teams that have had success now lately against the New York Yankees, they're just pounding the zone with strikes early because they take a lot of pitches, and they're great in hitters counts.
Another one of them here. Morton's gone to 3 balls on all 4 hitters. Alex Verdugo had yesterday off, crashed into the wall, making a great catch the other day. Was feeling a little bit banged up. First year Yankees back in there. And swinging it a 3-0, blasting it down the line.
That is foul.
A foul.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do with a 3-0 pitch. You're supposed to be able to get it to the pull side and let it go, and he just hooked it foul. I would think Charlie might come in with a 3-1 curveball right here. Slider or cutter. His angle of release is so difficult for hitters, but it also gives him the kind of inefficiency of throwing enough strikes. When he's connected with that release point and throwing a bunch of strikes, you're not
Got
going
the
to
hat, baby.
He's walked Verdugo.
Oh,
That's 3
come on,
consecutive
Charlie.
base runners for the Yankees as we look back at the home
2
run.
walks.
Well,
He's already
3-1
given
count,
up
I believe,
a
and he was
2-run
trying to
home run
challenge
blast.
Judge. And when you
And
get
he's only
the
4
ball
batters
anywhere
through.
over the plate, if it's in, he pulls it. If it's away, he goes the other way. And if it's down the middle, he goes to center field. So he knows it. This whole ballpark and these hitters know that they do not have to be pull happy to be successful.
He is so much more than just a home run hitter. He is a complete hitter. And as good as he's been, and as good as Soto have been, it's covered up what's been a resurgent year for the guy at the plate here in Giancarlo Stanton, who's not just hitting for power. Lately, he's been hitting for average as well. 371 over a 9-game hitting streak.
It's Wayne. Welcome in.
Again, Morton falls behind, and now Stanton grounds one to second for Albies. So pivot and go to second for one. Arcia to first, a double play. That wraps up the first inning, but the Yankees jump in front. Both teams with the first inning bomb. Aaron Judge with a 2-run home run, and it's 2-1 New York.
So we're going to go to the top of the second. New York Yankees now on top, 2-1. We'll have Austin Riley coming to bat, Travis Darnot on deck, and Ramon Laureano will be batting in the hole. Got my hat. Let's rub it. Maybe I bragged too much about it tonight. I'm doing okay, Austin. Thanks for asking.
Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. Head-to-head in the World Series 4 times. These clubs, 1996, started by John Smoltz. Got off to a roaring start. You guys had it, man. You had it that year.
I still think we
No,
had
ma'am.
it. I still think we won it. But the reality
Big
is,
Bear put us up 1-0 in
No.
the first, top of the first.
2-1
but,
series lead,
Judge-
big lead in game
Judge
4.
put them up 2-1.
Austin
on the
Riley
bottom.
leads off this second inning against Marcus Stroman, who pours in a strike.
That'll
And
be a
Riley,
strike
as of
bound,
a week ago,
90
somehow
mile an
had
hour
just
sink.
3 home runs all
Austin
year, but
Riley
when he
with
went
a
deep
251
last night, it
average,
was his
7
4th
homers,
in his
29
last 7
ribbies, and a
games.
744
yeah, he's starting to stay connected with the strike zone
OPS.
again, not chasing. And there he goes.
Pokes one the other way.
That's
towards
going to
the corner. It
be
is
off
base
the
of
wall. And
Traveling
Judge
right field by
dropped the
Soto,
ball.
and he's into second
Or
with a
Soto
leadoff
dropped the
double.
ball.
I was just getting ready to say, when he stays on the ball and
Boy,
looks
I
to
think
right
he's
center,
gonna
right
win
field,
3,
he is
Riley.
a monster. And look, every hitter's going to go through some struggles. And he was another guy that Stroman's repertoire should have favored him, because he doesn't like the ball up and in, and he got a ball up and away for a double.
And they're actually going to rule it officially single with an E9.
Hey, if you haven't
It's too
done
late.
so
I put
yet,
it down
be sure
in
to hit
pen,
that
Joe.
thumbs
We
up
got to
It's a
run
double.
over there to the score
Stick
and let
around,
them know.
check us
John's
out.
got the pen,
Like
not the
what you
pencil.
see, and sure,
Got to switch it
subscribe
back.
to the channel. Love to have
Travis
some
Darno,
outlaws
again, so
joining in on
valuable
fun.
for these Braves. Starting to catcher for a lot of this season with Sean Murphy just coming back recently. And, you know, they have so many star players during this great run the last few years. He quietly has been as important as anybody.
He really has. Their catching core
Welcome in,
last year
Nathaniel.
Kind of tough to come up with
Yeah, it's
a
on
person
Fox
or two people
tonight.
that were better than
So
those
if any
two.
of you guys
and
got Fox, the Braves game is
handling
on
the
Fox.
staff and everything that they have to
That's
do.
live.
Murphy just coming back. It just feels like the offense is getting closer now that some of these pieces are back.
Fly to center field for Judge. I think what you said about the catcher is hard to repeat it. You can say it about the whole team. This offense was historically good last year. And Brian Snickers said they knew they weren't going to be able to repeat all those things. 104 wins, just bludgeon people. Tied a major league record with those 307 home runs. Middle of the pack this year. It's not been terrible, but it's been jarring because they were so good last year.
Yeah, I mean, losing Acuna, they could have gotten close to last year's numbers if he stayed healthy. But losing him is everything. And you think about it, they lost him a couple years ago when they won the World Series. Nobody thought they had a chance. They made a bunch of moves like this that ended up working out, and they went on to piece it together and win the World Series.
It's Laureano banging a ball to center
Laureano
field.
up the middle of the Judge.
Scrape it off of the deck.
Catches it for out number 2.
That movie referencing there is Laureano, who was sitting $143 in Cleveland. They picked him up. They sent him to AAA and made some changes to his swing, some small mechanical tweaks, and he's sitting above 300 in his week since coming up. With and without Ronald Acuna this season, and he was not at his best. There was plenty more in the tank from him to come, but they'll be without him for the remainder of the year with that knee injury.
Yeah, and the biggest difference that I was getting ready to talk about was that
You mean the knee injury he got?
they had a
playing in the
shorter
Venezuela
period
and
to
baseball
cover
league.
on his injury. This is a longer period, and that's going to be a tougher task. And as we talked about so many times on our broadcast, good luck GMs trying to find players when everybody in the National League is kind of in the mix.
Well, that's cool.
Rookie Forrest Wall, 2 for 6 over a couple stints this year. Bloops this one off of the hands to center field. Aaron Judge is there. He's got a hat trick in this inning, and they pitch around the leadoff man.
Wow,
reaching
all
scoring position.
three.
Takes just 9 pitches.
All
for
3
Stroman
outs
here in
come
the
by
second.
Judge. On to the bottom of the second. Charlie Morton's got to calm down. We got to see better from him. No doubleheader tonight, everybody. No doubleheader. Too close to time. Too close for them being together. I feel that way a little bit myself, Gino. Well, you know me, Gene. Brother. Oh, it definitely did. I am. So you guys heard me ask Mav if he wanted the game last night, and I asked him to let me know before anything. He likes to procrastinate. So he didn't tell me nothing, so I scheduled it up. Well, tonight he called me about 30 minutes before I went live and told me, hey, I'll do the game tomorrow. So I told him he's more than welcome to do it, but he's going to stream against me because I already scheduled my game, and I'm not going to keep catering to him where I schedule my stuff up and take it down because he decides at the last minute to do it. So he needs to get on top of that. He needs to have his priorities straight. So there may be he might stream it tomorrow. I doubt it though. If I'm streaming, I doubt if he'll stream. But he's more than welcome to. It's just I can't keep catering to him in his last minute stuff. I don't operate that way. I don't run my life on the fly. That's not me. I'm not comfortable with that. I like to have my things scheduled out, and it's just less work to do. But I did set up. I got him. I got all the graphics, everything ready for him to be able to do a stream. So we'll see what he says. We'll see what time he gets home tonight. If he gets home early enough tonight and he doesn't make, because if he wanted to stream, he should have scheduled it. Because then I could have scheduled my community page off of him. But he didn't. So that, and tomorrow's an early game. I think it's 1:35 Eastern or somewhere in there. Oh, fly ball center field. Counting under it for out number 1. Or excuse me, out number 3. Oh, that went quick. Sorry about the sound. Kiss and make up. No, I'm not mad at him or nothing. I've had that conversation with him. I asked him a couple days ahead of time, hey, especially when it comes to a series, do you want a series game? And he waits until the last minute to tell me. Well, I'm not going to disappoint you guys. He always says, oh, you guys will never miss a Brave stream because either CeeLo's doing it, KGB's doing it, or I'm doing it. Well, when he waits until the last minute, how am I supposed to know if he's doing it or not? I'm not going to leave you guys hanging. So, yeah. The Yankees have been accredited an
Aaron
error.
Judge has hit his 28th home run of the season to lead the majors. Yankees lead the game 2-1. We're joined by their manager, Aaron Boone. Aaron, do you ever you ever able to sit back and just be in awe of what 99 does for you guys?
Man, I tell him all the time. I take him for granted. But it's amazing what he's continues to do.
Orlando Arcia at bat.
Playing the kind of center field he is.
Orlando
that was a really nice play he made on a kind of knuck circling, sinking line drive, and just
OPS
to be able to reach out and touch it, hit it where he did.
Orlando is on a terrible,
special
terrible skid right now.
First year rough patch you guys have gone through this season. You were saying the other day, though, obviously you want to win every game, but you don't mind going through a stretch like this, getting tested a little bit.
Man, that'll be
yeah,
outside
no
ball
question.
too.
I mean, it's not going to be perfect. The season never is. You know, you're gonna have your moments of adversity.
I know you guys
moments
are just
of trying
cracking
time.
jokes, man, but
I feel like this group is really cut out to weather any kind of storms we have.
It's just I'm not going to keep catering
and feel
to
like we still have the makings of a really good club, and that's our expectation. And you know, sometimes you take your lumps, and this week's been a tough week for us, but
he found out going live
we'll be fine.
right at the beginning of the game. And stuff didn't work. I had to fix it for him.
Aaron, I know that's ballpark.
He would have went live earlier than that. He would have known it didn't
with
work.
Soto taking walks in the first inning like he does,
just
and
subtle
going to
things
work
like
on
that
his
that make it more efficient.
When Aaron Judge is in the zone and can go to right field anytime, that has got to be an incredible feeling to watch
if
a
he
guy
comes
that
home
just
early tonight, he gets on me,
he hits it.
And he
yeah, I mean, just to be able to reach out and touch it there. You know, there's
tomorrow, but if he has
there's a lot of fair places to go here
for
a pitcher. You know, there's big parts of this ballpark, but certainly that right field side there,
and he's more than welcome
that stretch
to
of wall
too.
is a good place to go. And when you're as strong as Judgy, you just got to get the barrel to it. You know, it opens up the field for you.
So
certainly.
I guess regardless, you guys will be able to see the
game. Hope you're feeling better.
Either he'll be streaming it or I will. And I'm
Back
sure
to
we'll
the top of the order,
together.
Jared Kelnick. It takes ball one for folks that haven't heard. I think just about everybody has heard at this point. Your reputation is preceding you across baseball. People know you got hit in the eye by a golfer.
So Jared Kelnick 0 for 1 tonight.
I'm blessed and happy to be doing this right now.
Batting average,
getting it right off the head. And good makeup has kept me from looking like I haven't been in a boxing ring.
Hey, by tomorrow, buddy, I don't know if makeup could save you.
No, tomorrow is going to be, luckily I don't need to be on TV. Tomorrow it may not be open. The eye might be closed.
Stroman's fallen behind a couple of hitters here, comes home and misses with ball 3. I think that it's a lesson for all of us that if you play enough golf, eventually you're going to take one off the eye.
New York leading the Atlanta Braves 2-1.
You never think that's going to happen.
Stroman on his
and then when it
34th
does,
pitch.
You're grateful and hopeful that it never happens again.
It's a strike, 3-1. I'm glad we told the story first before we came on camera. Be coming on camera, people be thinking, "Oh, did Joe just get a little loose with his elbow there?" Right next. It's fouled off his foot, and it's 3-2. Lesson learned. Are you ever going to be ahead of the guy?
No. No, I was a passenger in the golf cart, so this time it wasn't me driving up ahead.
Okay.
But I will. My head will be on a swivel from now on a golf course.
That's a walk for Kelnick. They did do a great job. You're right with the makeup, man.
Yeah, just caught up to it.
Couple
I'm
showers
sorry.
to
Is
get
he
it all
interactive
off.
with that?
Yeah, it may take a bit. Makes you feel any better. I think I got the same problem.
Yeah, it is. I'll get that.
So the first walk issued by Stroman, and it brings up Ozzie Albies. Stroman's walking more guys than he has historically. Aaron Boone was saying, though, he's not felt like at any point it's been a real lack of command, a lack of control. He's not going to give in. It's a tight play over there at first.
Well, and the other thing that you mentioned talking to me about what the pitching staff was doing before we got here is they were working on this play pickoffs.
Yes, with what looked like a tackling dummy as the base runner. Coach was tossing the tackling dummy over to the bag. Ben Rice was over there taking the throws from the entire staff outside of Stroman, obviously, as they've been exposed a little bit over the last week.
He's lifting his damn foot up off the ground. That should be a damn balk. He lifted his foot off the ground 3 times.
Kelnick. And a ball on all.
Right, now you're synced.
Boone and everybody at the Yankees says, and this
in
is
that
true,
windup,
right? It's not just the
brought
catcher.
Him,
it's not just that Trevino's not throwing
his
great.
foot.
It's a team effort controlling the running game.
This was on the pitchers. I mean, I watched that game.
That's a ball.
And Boston just took off
when he picked up his leg.
You lift that left knee.
And he's already used 2 slide steps and 2 pitches that he thought were strikes.
The rules state
whenever
any
there's a
bit of
pitching
motion coming up
maneuver,
off
you've
ground,
got to make that alters
you have
your
to go
pitches.
into your pitch.
It's something you got to preseason.
Why are they not
work.
calling
You got to
that?
have that coming out of spring training. You can't
They got
run
Uncle
games
Jesse,
like
and he
in
didn't
between
even
starts.
He didn't even move.
Albies tries to lay off and is able to. Ball 3.
And he's through 3
3-0.
straight pitches to the top of the zone and didn't get one of them for a call. But now if I'm Stroman, I want the bottom of the zone based on his sinker. You know, he's went to the top of the zone all 3 times.
Bottom of the zone here. And a 3-0 swing. Rice with a nice pick and a double play.
That's a double play. We're heading to the bottom of the 3rd with that one.
There at first base with a pretty one here. Steps on the bag.
Steps on the bag. First baseman gets it. Steps on the bag.
Middle 3.
Throws over to force out. Second base. I'll tell you, it seems like the game is going super fast tonight. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you asking, Austin. Thank you, lady, for shooting out that link. Now, I haven't went and looked. When I was on the phone with him, I asked him if he was doing Sunday. I asked him to schedule the game before he left to go screw around tonight. I didn't see any notification come up for me, but I have to look and see if he did. I love that commercial.
Stream every out-of-market MLB game. Now available at a new low price starting at $119.99. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Go to MLB.tv for details. Charlie Morton goes back to work.
They had a hell of a deal Father's
inning.
Day weekend.
Fires the first one. Swallow Cabrera.
They were able to pick it up for
$49.99
for the remainder of the season.
Charlie's out of Reading, Connecticut. Son of a Long Island native. Diehard Yankee fan for a father. And so Charlie grew up idolizing Roger Clemens and then Derek Jeter. Going to games at old Yankee Stadium.
We'll see if he schedules it up tonight. I mean, I asked him to do it before he left.
Starts
As long
this
as he
third
does it
inning with
before
opposite field
he
base
goes
hit.
to bed tonight.
And this is what you know when you're a starting pitcher or any pitcher and you look at the lineup and where it's at. You knew that getting the 9th hitter out was essential because then you had some luxury to play with. But
Audio is on.
The lineup. Volpe's been so much tougher. We already talked and documented Soto, and then you got Judge coming up as the 4th hitter.
I see you
Ernest
redacted
Volpe
your
does
message.
stand in there, John. I don't know if it's been talked about enough how impressive it is, how quickly he's become what he's become, given all the expectations, given the pressure that comes with being a hometown kid and the story of him wanting to be the next Jeter, and then he shows up at short playing for the Yankees. Shows up as a 21-year-old with all that pressure. Struggles as a rookie. Really has the kind of rookie season that should have been expected given all those things. But the
Actually, I'm going to turn that volume down.
Yeah,
I forgot. I turned it up when I
front
do
side.
video recording, and I turn it down when I
holding that position. So he can stay off the
I seem to get more ID strikes if I have the game sound really, really loud.
Basically a no-go.
You turn the game sound down lower than what you're talking.
Now he's using the field, staying in there with his shoulder, not opening up that hip and going towards the Braves dugout in his first move.
On a 2-0 for Morton, Volpe takes ball 3. Aaron Boone said he looked at last year, that 209 average, second lowest on base percentage in baseball. He said, I've got to change something. And he had fallen into the trap, like a lot of guys these days have, of trying to pull the ball for power, leading to that mechanical issue you're talking about. Back to doing what he was doing coming up through the minors. Always
there
been
you
a
go,
high
Martin.
average, high on base guy with that line drive.
Martin
stroke.
with 3-1 count.
It's easy to fall
And
into,
he's been up there in the balls high.
Down the line is,
Every,
I hate to say for hitters it's a layup.
Up there.
It's a layup down here if you hit a ball in the air.
That's
all 4. That's number 3. That's the 3rd walk guy.
And it is the wrong 2 to have that happen again. Soto and Judge now due up.
Oh man, we got runners on first and
this
second,
is where you
no
play the
outs.
mind games of, is Soto going to take again? Because he takes a lot. And you got to be careful because you can never assume he's going to take that first pitch when there's runners on. He already got his walk. I think he's going to be very hitterish here early in the count.
Against a guy that he has owned. First pitch. Check swing. Strike
Foul
one.
ball.
Probably wishes he had pulled the trigger there, huh? And Juan will tell you he's not as high as the walk numbers are. He's never up there looking to walk. He's just tends to keyhole and has a incredible ability to lay off those borderline pitches.
Check what? Check Mavs stream. He wouldn't be home. He won't be home until late.
Spread out. And you see the leg kick right there, and then the good late breaking ball.
If there's nothing there now, there won't be until he gets home.
More, sacrifice a little bit of power, and get really.
Sometimes when he goes to his buddy Wesley's, he goes there every week and every Saturday. Very rare does he miss a Saturday going over. And a lot of times he doesn't get home until like 1 o'clock his time, which is midnight my time.
Oh. Yeah, you've already gotten hit by one ball this week. You get hit by another one, it just ain't your week. But
yeah, that ball I know wasn't as close as it looked, but
spooking you.
I'm a little gun shy.
I don't blame you. Gets up on top of this ball.
That'll be a base hit, so they will bring.
I mean, that is something. Down 0-2 to climb up there and get that.
But this one.
All right, bases are loaded.
Movement, all arms, top of the zone, and he just tomahawks it. He doesn't have
The
that.
Judge heading to the batter's box.
Top of that pitch. If you're trying to lift that pitch, you're swinging and missing, and that's what makes him a special player, and why a young player has such an old soul that can play this game for a long time.
Just awesome. Yeah, and so is this for Yankees fans. Bases loaded, nobody out, and Aaron Judge has already gone deep tonight. Lays off. No, he didn't. Check down to first.
Yeah.
Miller says that he offered.
Brady swung. 0-1 the count.
28 this year. Extra impressive when you consider he didn't do anything over the first month.
Welcome in, appreciate stopping in. If you haven't done so yet, please hit that like button and
Judge lays off this time
channel.
for sure. The count evens at a ball and a strike. As he forms his legacy, which is already an incredible one. He got the Rookie of the Year and the MVP with a record-setting home run season. He's third on their all-time slugging leaderboard behind Ruth and Garrett, ahead of DiMaggio and Mantle. Still hunting what matters most. Still hunting that World Series. Grounds this ball and it has all kinds
Grounds
of
it.
spin on
There's
it.
one. There's two.
Over to first at double
We're
play.
going to give up a run, though.
Other than a strikeout, the biggest pitch for Charlie Morton in an inning that could have gotten really ugly. Rarely do you get that. The Yankees, the Yankees hit into a lot of double plays, so that's one of their Achilles. But this one had funky spin, as you mentioned, and it kind of really got its way nicely to the shortstop in an easy double play.
Happy to allow that run to score if you're Morton to get the 2 outs. Trade that he'll make. 3-1 Yankees.
I still think that in today's game,
need a new belt here.
I still think that should be an RBI.
Yeah.
I really do.
Would you have to go back and retroactively credit guys with RBIs historically, though?
Yeah.
Redo the RBIs.
So now the
We're
New
talking
York
about
Yankees
the
lead
double
us
plays that
3-1.
they've grounded into more than any team in baseball.
They have
We've
3
talked
runs,
about their
3
issues
hits with 1
controlling the
error,
running
while
game.
the
So if
Braves
there is
have
a
1 run,
phase
2
where
hits, and
the
no
Yankees have
errors
been
on the night.
susceptible, it has been on the bases. And like Aaron Boone was saying, he doesn't mind going through a stretch like this. He said it's a pretty darn good reminder that this game is really hard. Yeah, they had won 30 of 39 before dropping 5 of their last 6. And it comes at a time where, when you touched on this, there's enough time to react to it. There's enough time to address whatever they find as shortcomings through this rough patch. Verdugo grounds the first one that he sees, Darcy at short, and somehow Charlie Morton gets out of this with just 1 run having scored.
Out number 3, so defense helps Charlie get out with just giving up 1 run. Yankees on top, 3-1. So I see Minter. They're doing some rehab work, first game or something for Minter. That, and I haven't really seen any other news. Tonight, no, Austin. I won't be doing it. It's too close to the. This game ending is way too close to the start time for the Dodgers game, and I've not been sleeping very well, my friend, dude. With the hernia and the sickness, I get a couple hours of sleep a night. So my intentions are tonight, when the stream is done, that I'm actually gonna try and get comfortable and relax and maybe watch a couple movies with my wife or something tonight. How you doing, Ralph? Yeah, could have. We're back
They
to
were
the
fun
field.
matchups. Old Yankee Stadium, the fan base, and everything about the Yankees. And
Marcell Ozuna, 1-for-1 on the
Man,
day. Had that solo
you
home
dream
run
of
in the
it,
first.
then it happens, and then you think you're going to win, and then you don't. But it was, you knew when you were walking into Yankee Stadium, you were in for a battle, because the home field advantage was about as good as anywhere at that time in baseball of any stadium we played in.
Ozuna starts his 4th inning for the Braves in a 3-1 game, swings and misses, and it's 0-2. 4 head-to-head meetings in the World Series between these franchises. They are the last franchises to meet in back-to-back World Series. Braves won in 7 in 1957. Yankees won in 7 in 1958, and those two in 96 and 99. Similar to when the Dodgers were here a couple weekends ago, there are some uniform matchups you get on the field and it just feels big time. And thanks to what has happened
I asked the wife
with these
before she went to work
franchises,
tonight.
you feel
She
that
wanted to
this
watch
weekend.
the movies.
Ozuna chases strike 3. 3rd strikeout of the game for Marcus Stroman. First time Ozuna was up there, he got the better of Stroman, as we see his home run on StatCast, powered by Google Cloud.
Yeah, both right-handed hitters having the.
Actually, she likes watching.
And Stroman is having
Secrets
more
of
first
Skinwalker
pitch
Ranch.
success. First inning, not so much. Since then,
So
he's pounding the
got
strike zone.
4
a
new
little more
episodes
regularly.
for her to watch.
It's interesting, John, as he is in the strike zone less than any pitcher in the majors.
Well, he's trying to get that illusion, right? He wants the sinker starting at the knees, bending out of the zone. He wants the cutter starting in the inner third, breaking out of the zone. He wants everything really out of the zone by the time it's all said and done.
Matt Olson 0-2 in the count.
Really
1 out,
successful
top
against
the
right-handers
4th.
and even
New
left-handers.
York leading
That
3-1.
it would be a back foot slider or
Stroman will be
curveball to the
pitching his
lefty and off the
47th
plate,
pitch
of course, to the
next
right-hander
pitch.
that they swing over the top. And he tried
And
to
he
do
can
it there.
change the shape on that, can he?
Yeah, he's very athletic, obviously a good athlete, not very tall, but pitches well within his mechanics and doesn't try to do too much. You see the ground ball percentage is very high.
Home with an 0-2 to Olson. That's another foul. 6 different pitches officially have been recorded for him this year. You talk about his ability to manipulate the baseball. And
Oh, that's
he's a
so
guy that
sweet,
enjoys
Lane.
doing that. Tries again to Olson and misses high.
You know, there used to be theories that smaller pitchers are not supposed to be able to throw 220, 230 innings back in the day. But I think the way that it has evolved in pitching, he can maintain those mechanics.
Bouncing ball right side at second
It'll be
base.
a bouncing ball over to second baseman.
Olson's the
Throws
second out.
the
It brings
first.
up Austin Riley. He's
Steps
got
on the
another
back
base
for
hit
out
already
number
tonight.
2.
For more on him, here's Ken.
Well, guys, it's only been 6 days since Austin Riley's beloved hitting coach, Mike Brumley, died in an automobile accident. Riley's last text from Brumley was after they worked together in Baltimore earlier this month. Riley went 1 for 13 in that series, and Brumley messaged him the next day. The message: forget what happened the first part of the year, go be yourself, know what you've accomplished. Riley said he screenshotted the text, and he hopes to keep it forever.
He says there have been 2 models in his baseball career. His dad is number 1. Mike Brumley was number 2 for him.
That's the pitch right there. Up and in. And if that's the only weakness a hitter has, good luck pitchers trying to get there all the time.
Rain spitting a little bit here. There's more than spitting earlier today. And sporadic showers and thunderstorms throughout the area. Some gray skies around too. Stay away. That's what Stroman's doing. Yeah, got some of the plate with it. And
That's going to be out to left, but it's going to be shallow. Left fielder under it. Caught for easy out. That will retire the top of the 4th. We're heading to the bottom of the 4th to see what the Yankees do. Charlie's got to get us out of this inning without giving anything up. I thought maybe giving him a little chop telling that he'd hit the ball, but I mean, he hit the ball, but he hit it to the outfielder. Lady, Uncle Charlie hasn't done very well for the last several starts. Boom. Stanton 1-1 in the count. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
Yeah, he did it quickly. That normally
Sorry
doesn't
again.
happen in the big leagues.
Stanton sends one in the air to center field.
Oh, that's out to center.
Misread it.
Kelnick misreads it. Bounces off the wall.
Stanton's into
Stanton going for 3. Don't. He's going to hold up for 2.
Jared Kelnick is in center field with Michael Harris hurt. Just never had a beat on that ball.
No, the wind is blowing a
Kelnick
little bit.
coming up,
The ball's
whipping.
going towards right field. It's going to be knocked down a little bit from left, but you see him make that turn right there. And then at this point, it's too late. Stanton, when he has his legs underneath him, he's a totally different hitter. And when he's jumpy and his legs are kind of spinning out with the spikes like he doesn't have any on the bottom of his feet, he's swinging and missing a lot. Right now, he's in a good mode for the New York Yankees.
Ben Rice now takes a strike, and that was a big part of the focus. Johnny focused on the swing. He focused on his training this offseason, and the whole idea with his swing was to get back into those legs that have been sapped by injuries through recent years. As far as the training went, the focus there was just on moving better, being a better athlete.
Down in the dirt for the ball. 1.
And strong.
1-1 count. No outs. Bottom of the 4th. Runner on second.
But he's big, strong, and mobile.
Yeah, he stays healthy. Judge
Morton
stays healthy.
already
They're in good
pitching his
places.
51st pitch of the night.
They just have not played together that often over the course of their careers.
Swing and a miss. 1-2 the
It's
count.
mind-boggling to think the percentage of games that both of them or one of them have been gone.
Yeah, for so long, Stanton was supposed to be what Soto is now.
Stanton with a 10-game hit streak going on.
Rice able to stay alive. And now that they no longer really need him to be, the Yankees expecting less. He's delivering more. They got 3 outfielders, so he's been exclusively the DH. They got Soto, but they also got Grisham in that deal, and of course Alex Verdugo. And they've given Judge a true co-star that Stanton hasn't been able to be necessarily. Another 1-2 to Rice.
Same thing with a hitter. It is, and it works for as a pitcher. When Charlie's left shoulder starts leaking too fast, he's flat on his breaking ball and sinker. He's got to keep that front side going towards home plate and not leaking to first base to deliver that angle.
Foul ball, we'll do it
That
again.
is so big for sinking ball pitchers. No matter where you deliver the ball on the angle of your hand, you have to have your front shoulder stay in as long as possible so that you can get the best movement and best command of the 2 pitches.
Does it make it harder when you're 6'5", longer
It does.
limbs?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that makes it harder for Judge and Stanton. Everything in the sport of baseball, mechanically, the bigger you go, taller you are, the more room you have for error in your mechanical delivery and or swing.
8th one to Rice. Into right center field. Laureano's there. Makes the right.
Laureano has it.
Back to second. Actually pretty
Go back
close.
to second, but he's safe.
Not quite in
Gotta be
time.
out number 1.
So 1 gone in this 4th inning. And for those of you in the New York tri-state area, don't miss this series finale between these teams tomorrow. Pre-game coverage starts at 12:30 Eastern on Yes and the Yes app. Well, in a platform year for Gleyber Torres going into free agency, it has been a nightmare. Yeah. His offensive numbers way down. The defense hasn't been good, and then he tweaked his groin the other night. Minor enough where he misses just 1 game.
Man, a few
on the
years
outside,
ago, this guy
ball
was
1.
unbelievable. And he hunted early, aggressive, but then he was just absolutely tough with 2 strikes. And when you start chasing for results, you start finding yourself getting out of your mechanics and away from what made you good. And it's human nature. Your average is not where you want it. Your power is not where you want it. You try to make things happen. But if he can get anywhere close, halfway back, it made him a dynamic and clutch hitter for the Yankees.
Got to the majors when he was 21 years old. Into left field he goes. That'll get
That's
down.
going to be a base hit.
Cut off by Forrest Wall, but not before Torres turns the corner, heads into second with an RBI double. Stanton in to score, and it's 4-1 New York.
No!
A couple of the hitters for the Yankees really struggle away. Look how this ball sinks in and gives them a chance to get that barrel to the ball and hook it down the line. When you're pulling off the ball, that's a favor. Pulling off the ball, you want, as a pitcher, to get the ball away, because she can't hit that ball if you're mechanically doing those things.
Yankees up 4-1 one night after they fell 8-1. A swing and a miss from Austin Wells. Now, Torres had those, like you're talking about, early in his career, those 2 seasons where it was everything. It was clutch, it was power. And then last year was different, but it was really encouraging for the Yankees because he prioritized contact. He hit .275, career low strikeout rate, but that has disappeared.
Yeah, this is a tough game. I know a lot of people sit at home thinking they can do XYZ, hit 220 in the big leagues. You can't. This velocity and the time that we're in right now is far different than what it's been over the last 10 years.
Yeah, he is not alone. The major league average is
All right.
240.
Yeah, and that, you know, a lot of talk down the road of some of the greatest changes we've made in the rule changes for the game today. A lot of talk that's going to universally really change the game is if they lower the strike zone.
Wells down on strikes. Good changeup right there.
If they lower the strike zone with the velocity that we have and go a little more east-west, it gives everybody a chance for success. But if you allow that top of the zone strike with 98-mile-an-hour fastball, and it really would do pitchers a service too, to think more down in the zone than constantly trying to throw it as hard as you can at the letters. I hope we get there. I hope there's subtle changes that will make pitching healthier. And maybe hitters have
That'll be
a
a
little bit more of
strike
a fighting
call.
chance, and that's a pitcher talking.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I prefer seeing a 2-1, 1-0 game like anybody else. But
I mean, I'm with you. Nothing beats a good pitcher's duel, but the offense has been depressed to a point where something's got to happen. 240 average, 700 OPS as average. 1 ball, 1 strike on the 9-hitter, Oswaldo Cabrera. The average lineup is getting 8 hits a game. There's only been 5 seasons in baseball history where a hit has been that hard to come by. And the last time was the year of the pitcher, 1968, which is the last time there was an alteration in the pitcher-hitter relationship as significant as the one you're talking about there being, adjusting the strike zone. But desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah, for sure. And look, I hope in any and every way we look at things to get these guys healthier so that they can be able to do the things that we get to see them do, right? And hitters being great, pitchers being great, but they got to find a way to keep them healthy.
Off the hands and foul ground at third. Riley is over, and he's
Riley has it.
Reaching over
Out
the
number
sidewalk
3.
to make the catch.
That's going to end the 4th.
And then the 4th. Yankees get some help from a misplayed ball in center field.
We have a tremendous amount of work ahead of us. So when they come back, Travis Sardá to be at bat. Laureano will be on deck, and Forrest Wall will be batting in the hole. Yeah.
Hot Braves line
There
up.
you go.
Misses away with the first pitch to Travis d'Arnaud.
First pitch is going to be outside,
last
ball
3
one.
days, John. I mean, they got nothing from starting pitchers.
Come on, Travis, get us on board.
They were pitching at such a rate that was kind of impossible.
Oh, Lord!
It's really been exhausting.
Well, the first step of that was planned. Garrett Cole in his first game back went just 4 innings, but then Luis Gil on Thursday, 7 runs in 1 1/3, and then Rodon last night, 8 runs in 3 2/3. On a 2-1, d'Arnaud grounds it foul.
Something was in the water or Gatorade or something this week. All of the studs, a lot of the studs having magical years, gave up a lot of runs this week. Starters.
Skubal get hit.
Skubal, Amada. I mean, there's some big numbers being thrown out by some starting pitchers.
Chopper Cabrera cuts it off and gets d'Arnaud one away here in the 5th.
One away.
The question coming into the year was, could they survive without
d'Arnaud unable to leg it out.
The best pitching staff in baseball by many measures for much of the season. Prior to this 3-day stretch where they've given up 32 runs against a very hot Orioles team, and then the same last night against a hot Braves team. The numbers unsightly the last few days. They've dropped to 2nd and 4th. Still one of the best pitching staffs in baseball. They already, though, you already start to see them maneuvering pieces in that bullpen, acknowledging, and this isn't something that Aaron Boone said, but as he says, you get to kind of evaluate through a rough patch like this what needs addressing. Reading between the lines, the bullpen is one of those things.
Come on, Laureano.
Probably what it's been doing so far. Not a ton of swing and miss stuff down there. They've been excellent over the first couple months. They've come back to earth lately.
Yeah, and that's going to be the ebb and flow of 162. I mean, this is the new age baseball where, first of all, it takes 32 to 40
appreciate that, CeeLo.
through the season in your
Thank you, my
roster.
friend.
So if you're going to your pen every single night and you're covering 4 innings every single night,
I'll stop over here
takes
shortly
heroic
and return the favor.
efforts to sustain that.
Ooh, Stroman gets a little bit off of the outside part of the plate there to ring up Laureano for his 4th K. 2 gone here in the 5th, and we check in with Ken.
That's on the go with CeeLo, everybody.
That definitely will be a
If you don't know
focus for
who
the
he
Yankees
is, he's
at
another
the
great
deadline.
streamer out there
Right
that
now,
does a lot
Aaron
of
Boone's circle of
lot of
trust
Braves
is pretty much
baseball
down to
and-
Clay Holmes, Luke
and other
Weaver, and
sports.
maybe Michael Tonkin.
He's a blogger
They
that
don't have the swing and
takes
miss
cruises
stuff
and
that
goes
they
down
would
to
like
Disney-
in that bullpen.
Disney
And then the
parks.
other thing the Yankees are going to need to look at, guys, first
So,
base and
check
third.
him out.
Can
It's
Ben Rice hold down first while Anthony Rizzo is out?
youtube.com/at
tonight?
on
No
the
extra
go
base
with
hits
CeeLo.
yet
All one
this
word.
season.
And you got Yankees fans saying, yeah, what about second base with Torres struggling? For a team with the best record in the American League, there are a lot of spots that, I mean, maybe it's poking holes, but that they're going to want to address. A lot of teams that are going to want to address things because there are a lot of teams that think they're playoff teams. That means there aren't many players out there to be had. At least at
2-1
this
count.
point. Chopper to second.
Laureano's going to ground out the third, first.
Back-to-back 1, 2, 3
That's going to
innings
end the
for
5th,
Marcus
so
Stroman
we're
at
heading to the top of the
Yankees
6th
order
already.
coming up.
New York Yankees lead 4-1. Really not. Hey, thanks for that sub. I'm missing who it is. I'm over there on CeeLo's, guys and gals. All right, there we go. All right, here comes Charlie's pitch. All right. So the interactive's ahead again. Or behind. All right. I'll pause that up for a second, let it catch up. Volpe is 0-2. Next pitch. Man, I got that messed up so bad. Damn it. All right. This should be correct. The game was actually three behind. There we go. Synced up better. All right, so we're 3-0 in the count. 1 out. Bottom of the fifth, the Yankees leading 4-1. Soto 1 for 1 on the night with a .307 batting average and a 1.000 OPS. That's going to be ball 4. Fourth walk of the night for Uncle Charlie. Thank you very much, Laney, for that. Renewing your monthly membership. Well, the way it works, lady, is when your month runs out, I don't know if it tells the people. I don't know if it sends you.
You don't need to do that with the guy behind the
I don't know
plate.
if it sends you a message,
Right now and Judge,
but
that's for sure.
you have to renew it every month.
Judge homered his first time, grounded into
So
a double play his
I think
second
you
time
went
up.
2 months. You got it the
Barry
first
was
month,
doing
and
his
then
thing. There would be a
this
couple
is the
times
first
where
time you've renewed it. Got to renew it in order for it to count as a new month.
Second. And you knew what was going to happen then. You don't pitch to Barry Bonds.
It's when you renew it that
wanted
it
to
adds a
base
month.
occupied it as long as possible when a guy was not missing pitches like Barry was there in the stretch.
Barry to get that look on his face. Like, really?
I mean, I'm all new to it as well. Oh,
center field, but he got this
out to center field, Kelnick under it.
And there's out number 2.
Oh, there we go. 2 outs.
Well, Judge's home run tonight was his 28th. He has more home runs at this stage of the season than he did during the record-setting.
Yeah, if you go past your 30 days,
you can add 2 RBIs.
I didn't know that it didn't notify you that your time is almost up. That's kind of crappy on YouTube's part. They should be sending you a notification like when you're a few days away from your.
What's interesting about all of that,
the new month start.
The Yankees are going to be in the pennant chase the entire year, right? They're going to be in the division race the entire year. I don't know if he's going to get the chances he got.
I don't know if I
MVP
seen.
Year really wasn't the same.
When I signed up for Maverick,
why would
I didn't see an option for it to auto renew.
The team wasn't having the success that they're having right now, and pitchers are going to eventually stop pitching to him in situations if they can avoid it.
Oh, you do receive one, okay.
A lot of that season on a similar pace to this, but
2 days.
Injuries hit him in July and August. Wound up.
Well, Lane, it could have very well been too that
swept by Houston. 1-2 on Alex.
Your first membership was 2 months ago, or well, this is the 3rd month I think that I've been doing it. So maybe you did get an email clear back then, or who knows? No big deal. Welcome to the 2nd month club.
Just making sure he doesn't think about that skill you were talking about.
And I do have plans that people that reach milestones with how many times, how many months they've been a member and what, like, how many times they've renewed it.
Blake Soto has given him some balance both in
when you reach certain
handedness
thresholds
and an approach
there's
at the
going to be
plate.
things that you could be
Trent
that
Grisham
I
is in
can
the
send
on-deck
you
circle
or
and
gift
Stanton's
you
spot in the order.
that you will receive.
Grounded to second, backhand Albies, and that'll do it for the Yankees.
All right, that'll do it. So we're heading to the bottom of the, or heading to the top of the 6th. Boy, this game is going fast, and we are running out of real estate to get these runs made up. So hence, guys, let me signify the importance of you going to the website and registering. It's clanhps.com. You do not have to, basically, all you have to do is register to the site to become a website member. You don't have to do the application to join the clan or anything like that. But once you're registered in, you'll be able to go into the clubs and join our clubs. Being a part of the website is there's so much more that you're going to be able to get out of it. Really. Well, different, so maybe Laney he's fully monetized, I'm not. I'm partially monetized. Maybe it has something to do with that. Because my memberships don't show up on the front of my page either. Even though it says all I have to have is 8 members, and then they'll show up on the front end. Mine don't. I have 9 members right now. So I'm thinking that's something that when you're fully monetized, I'll be able to do. I don't know. All I know is even when I had 18 members all at the same time, it still wouldn't let me, it still wouldn't put them on my homepage like it's set up to. I might have to contact YouTube about it. I'll look into it more and see if there is the option for it to auto. Yeah, we're moving along. We got 954, so we are 46 away from that goal.
Marcus Stroman holding this Braves lineup down. They've been averaging 6 runs per game during this 7-1 stretch. Just the first inning home run from Ozuna tonight. 9-1-2 coming to the plate. Strike on Orlando Arcia. Pitcher comparison: Charlie Morton for the Braves, and Marcus Stroman here in his 16th start in his first year with the Yankees. His 10th year in the big leagues. He and the Yankees are hoping that it wasn't going to become
1-1
a
the
repeat
count.
of last year, because right around this time last year he was in the All-Star.
Arcia 0 for 1 on the night.
Discussion early on in the season.
Stroman will be pitching his 60.
But had an 8 ERA over the final 3 months, and the last couple times out not quite as sharp. And so looking back at last year, it's
birthday,
I hope it's not following the same script. Back to really dealing tonight.
Yeah, that was a confusing year, and he dealt with some injuries. But when he's good, he stays right there. He can two-seam that.
Big swing and a miss for Arcia. So
he throws his slider off that
2-2 count.
Arcia wants the ball middle third. He wants a mistake that he can just use some of that power he has.
Foul ball.
Pitching's all about putting pressure on the hitter.
Where's that Gino?
He goes,
Did he take
no,
off?
I can't hit that pitch, and if he keeps
Yeah,
throwing it
scroll
there,
up in the
I'm going to
chat.
have to keep swinging.
I've had several times and
They're
stuff
looking
messed up
location
tonight
for a
today.
mistake, middle.
I've had the chat disappear behind
That's
things.
not where he likes it.
So it's going to be out number 1 with a swing and a miss on that.
Get a game break. Our first check in tonight with Chris Myers.
Oh, he left, huh? Top of the order with Jared Kelenic. Ozzie Albies on deck and Marcell Ozuna in the hole.
2 likely all-stars there in Tatis and Profar. In fact, those guys leading vote getters in the outfield for the National League. 4-1 game here in the 6th. Jared Kelenic bounces the ball to first for Rice, and an easy play for the second out.
Out number 2.
You're on the National League side. We got all these teams jammed up in the wild card picture. Only 4 teams above 500. Padres trying to jump above 500 today. The Diamondbacks.
Oh, I doubt if it's like that.
But lost. Cardinals an opportunity to do the same, get above 500. Here's what the All-Star lineup would look like if the votes today held. Mookie Betts, of course, out with a hand injury, so he won't be there at short. Maybe L.A. De La Cruz you could see sneaking into that spot in his place. Tough luck for Marcell Ozuna being at the same position as Shohei Ohtani. Strike on Albies.
Yeah. Well, right now the slider cutter combination has got the Braves baffled, and they have an offer against that pitch.
Nine straight retired by Stroman. Back to the double from Riley in the second. On this 1-1, Albies grounds it along first. Another easy play for Rice. And Stroman, one of the great ground ball artists in
That'll
the
be
sport,
out number
has it
3,
worked
so we are heading to the bottom of the 6th just like that. Boy, this game is going super, super fast. Yeah, we're already heading the bottom of the 6th. Game's been up about an hour and 15 minutes. All right, so we come back. We'll have Stanton at bat, Rice on deck, and Torres third in the hole. I think I bragged about my hat one too many nights.
Starting tomorrow, the U.S. competes in the Championship of the Americas right here at home as the U.S. seek their first ever Copa America title. All kicks off with the USA and Bolivia at 6 Eastern on Fox. So Trent Grisham, who we saw in the on-deck circle last inning, will pinch hit for Giancarlo Stanton in the DH spot. Stanton his last time doubled and then came in to score, and we're going to show you in a moment, but it looked like rounding third. Maybe pulled
I know,
a little
right?
bit. And
well, that's over there.
I figure that's probably the case. Right after we're talking about him staying healthy.
Yeah.
And
you're right, David. It's not over yet.
We feel for him. Here it is. Just didn't quite look right there. You see him wincing as he turns. Well, Trent Grisham, who is the other piece that they got back from the Padres, and that Juan Soto trade, down on strikes here.
No, don't say that.
Anywhere close to the kind of first season in pinstripes as Soto has. He's now 60-61 as a Yankee.
Damn it.
One gone in the sixth. Up comes Rice. Well, Ben Rice out of Dartmouth. He was a 12th round draft pick from there and really has had to make his own opportunities every step of the way. He only played really one season at Dartmouth. Most of that was as a freshman. Sophomore year was shortened because of COVID. Junior year, the Ivy League canceled the season, and so Ben played wherever he could find a place to play, from men's leagues to organizing pickup games to taking BP from his dad. And 3 years after he's playing pickup games, just trying to find anywhere he can to play baseball, he's playing for the Yankees. On a 2-0 from Charlie Morton. He takes ball 3.
And a huge smile when he got his first hit. Happened to be watching it. Anytime he can get a chance to check in the big leagues, now his goal is to stay or find a way to play as long as possible.
He takes the walk, and for more on Rice, here's Ken.
Well, Joe, those pickup games you spoke of, they took place in Northborough, Massachusetts, and Rice organized them with 2 players from Harvard that he grew up with, Tommy Simon and Buddy Maroka. And what they did was they had pickup games.
Oh, I had such a cough in it. Man.
The Yankees had a
it sent me to the moon.
to Rice because at the time, their scouting director, Damon Oppenheimer, was living in that area because his son was playing junior hockey. Their area
so swelled right here that I cough. It's like,
now,
I don't know, like something's being just
organized
crushed.
Workout takes place like this. Well, there's no data available. There's no TrackMan, no Rapsodo.
My apologies.
The Yankees knew about this guy, and other teams didn't.
And they knew that, and so they waited until the 12th round to draft him. Did so.
I can't.
Prospect, but exploded last year. Started to turn heads.
I can't take those because they'll put me to sleep.
Starting in single A,
so I take them when I'm down.
Won the Yankees minor league player of the year.
I won't be able to take them tonight because tomorrow is such an early
last year
game.
He started seeing reports about this Ben Rice kid and started watching a little video.
It seems
and saying, okay, I like
I've
what I see.
gotten to notice that
him in person was at spring training this
Flexerol and the. Oh, hell, I don't remember what it is now.
Opportunity has called. And Rice at the age of 25 in the big leagues.
I can't remember the name of the pain pill they gave me.
Teams have certain positions
but when I take them,
don't click.
The residual effects of them last about
That's why they went out and
14
got
hours.
Anthony Rizzo. And it started out
makes
okay,
me sleep.
but the last couple of years have been
well,
just kind of a
sleep the
grind
best
and
that I can. Even with those in, I still wake up every hour and a half, 2 hours. Sometimes maybe 3 hours later.
Yeah, Greg Bird was supposed to be the future there.
But I'm not going to let you guys down for anything in the world, and I'm not going to. I'm this close to 1,000.
Couldn't
no
it.
way am I going to screw that up. I am not going to screw that up.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Gleyber Torres. Morton
I
has
will
used
power
the ground
through
balls to get through this night. He gets a swing and a miss here. His 4th K, 2 gone in the 6th.
Whatever doesn't kill you just makes
That's
you
the
stronger,
breaking
right?
ball. See how it
And that's
rolls
saying
down. It looks like it's going to stay right there, and then just bottom drops out of it. Looks good to the hitter right about there, and then gone.
Gone is what it looks like.
Matthew, hopefully Matthew pops in tonight. Again, I'd like, if he's listening, if you're listening, Matthew, Kevin Tight, appreciate you stopping over onto the scored last night and hanging out. It was really nice, actually, voice chatting with you. And like I told you, my friend, I got a nice care package coming your way, my friend. I'll have the ability to ship it about mid of next week, mid to the end of next week. So keep an eye out for it. I'll go ahead and shoot you a message and get your address too. Yeah, man. Single father. He told me that he come in and we were playing games last night, and he sat and talked with us. And I asked him if he had what games he played, and he said he can't, that he's got just a phone and an old laptop that won't play anything. And I have a 500 gig PS4 laying around. Well, not just laying around, it's up in its box, but it's been up in the closet for 3.5 years. I got a 2 gig Pro, PS4 Pro sitting next to me, and I got my PS5 behind me, and that other PS4 just sits up in the closet. So I told him I'd pull that out and I'll send it to him free of charge. Matter of fact, another thing, Matthew, I'll get together a handful of games, and I'll show you them on Discord later sometime when you come on, and I'll let you pick 3 of them. Any 3 you want. I have like 70 or 80 disc games, and then tons and tons of digital.
Aaron Bummer replaces him and misses inside with the first pitch to Austin Wells. Call to the bullpen. Sponsored by Intuit QuickBooks.
Young man, just a young guy.
He's doing for the White Sox.
Trying to do right, raise his baby.
Top relievers in the American League. He had close to a 7 ERA last year, though.
I mean, it's not, it's nothing like the new gen stuff, but hey, he can still play games. He can still.
But since the start of May, John, he's got a 1.80 ERA.
He'd be able to watch MLB app, all that stuff on his
TV. Throws a lot of strikes with that lower arm angle.
Roku, all that stuff.
Corners have not been a specialty.
Pluto TV. If you guys don't know, there's all kinds of things out there that got cord cutting where they give you live television for free.
Right down the plate. Wells is 0 for 2 in this game. Sort of the story of his season. He hit a ball really hard his first time up, but it was caught. Overall,
another thing that
batted ball data
myself and my clanmates have been discussing is building a PC to give away for Wounded Warriors.
The Yankees trying to tie this series up, trying to end the Braves' 4-game winning streak.
We've done a couple in the past, but it's been several years since we did the last one. And I think it's just kind of that time. PC parts are down in price.
This is who Aaron Boone has talked about wanting the Yankees to be. Kind of what Juan Soto has embodied all these years. What the Yankees didn't have nearly as much of the last couple seasons. Back to those
Braves versus Pirates. Huh?
May not happen right away, but so many times this season you've seen his lineup grind teams down. Get into the bullpen earlier than usual. Just lean on him. There's a corner.
I actually have a
That's what they've done
Ruku I
better
can
tonight.
send
There
him
hasn't
even.
been a ton of first pitch strikes. They've had a lot of hitters counts. That's where they thrive. Against Boston and against
we actually
Baltimore,
had
they
the
were
bought
getting
Rukus
deeper into the
for all of our
counts
TVs,
more
and then
pitchers
over the last 2 years we've replaced all of our TVs. I got the 70-inch TV out in the front room. That's a Ruku TV. My 65 inches behind me has
Yankees
Ruku
got 2 in the
TV.
first and the
We got a
Judge home run,
55
single
inch in the
runs
back
third
that
and
is
the
now
fourth.
Ruku TV.
For the Braves, nothing since
both
Ozuna's
of
first
my
game homer.
both of my monitors,
2 and 2
besides
on
my
Cabrera.
curved 32-inch monitor, are
That
Ruku
quadrant
TVs.
right there has been a tough quadrant
So,
for pitchers. That
I have
was a pitcher's pitch.
1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 Rukus sitting around the house.
Oswaldo trying to make him pay. He's worked it full. Top of the order waits.
On Ruku TV, okay. Actually, Lane, Samsung is discontinuing for some of their older televisions. They're discontinuing it. That's going to be a base hit over the top of Valby's head. There's a score. Here's scores number 2. That is 6-1. New York Yankees.
The 9-hitter Oswaldo Cabrera comes through to make it 6-1 New York.
Well, Austin Wells doesn't run like a catcher. I can tell you that right now. This is a man on first, runners going, single, and he scores.
Damn bummer.
Footwork going around the bases to hit every corner at the right spot, and Cabrera gets 2 RBIs.
Yeah, we're just talking about how the Yankees, if there's a phase where they've been overmatched, it's been on the bases, and then their catcher runs a sprint.
Good, nice job, dumber bummer.
Yeah, and it's 6-1 Yankees after they had just a run on 3 hits yesterday. 6 runs on 6 hits and 6 walks. Volpe on an 0-1. Look at him go.
Well, he gets a great running start, but then watch him kick it in right here. I didn't think he had a chance when the relay gets in, but he hits it perfectly, rounds the bag, makes it easy.
Volpe sends one down.
That Volpe, base hit right down right line. They're going to score again.
He stopped at third. Into second goes Volpe.
No, he decided to
All
stop.
3 that Bummer has faced have reached.
Come on, get him the hell out of there.
This ball easily could have bounced by him. Just right down the line.
He's faced these 3.
Olsen has no chance. And then the slide and the corral and the late stop sign. I mean, that's putting on the brakes quick. It's Tesla quick.
Yeah, oh yeah. 0 to 100 like that. Or 100 to 0, I guess, in this case. Soto. I think sweeps in there for a strike. Soto's reached all 3 times.
2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Runners on second and third. Juan Soto 1 for 1 today with 2 walks and a single.
Chance to really blow this one open, but behind 0-2.
0-2 the count. One and 2 the count. Welcome in, appreciate you stopping by. Hey, if you're just joining us, the Yankees with a commanding 6-1 lead over the Atlanta Braves. We are in the top of the 7th. Or excuse me, bottom of the 6th.
Soto chops it along first foul.
It's a really good play. He just smothers the ball, slides in there, right there, gets his glove to the ball, and prevents that run.
Who's AA?
Now, his early days in Oakland, he had some highlight reel throws. That expansive Coliseum territory. Good cut.
Getting down. I know, right? Stick and kiss and grits, he says.
Butler has,
I don't know why he does that shit.
Got the 2 strikes on everybody, but they've all reached with 2 strikes. That's not going to happen too many times.
Soto, one of the
still has him out there. It's like, what are you doing? You're not going to be happy until now we're 9 runs behind.
Two-way and a 2-2 pitch. He's worked it full from 0-2 to 3-2.
I want you to walk the bases loaded, bud, so Aaron Judge can come up again.
Yeah, this is Bummer's inning. Nobody's warming in the bullpen.
Oh, I see. Okay.
A payoff pitch. And we'll do it again.
Gino back? I didn't see him tell you. Said Gino.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
Oh, Gino.
From Aaron Bummer to Juan Soto. 2 walks, 2 hits in the inning. 2 runs
And
have scored.
Topolis. Or Topolis? Okay.
Chance for more here for Soto, who showed you a few minutes ago, is on pace to set a new career high in runs batted in. And his first season in New York, Yankees fans hoping that it's the first of many. Of course, entering free agency at the end of the year, though. On the 8th pitch from Bummer, Soto tries to lay off and does.
Oh, BS. Ball 4.
And he's reached all 4 times.
Here we are. Bases loaded. Yeah, now you come out, Granites.
Time for our game summary. It's sponsored by J.P. Morgan Chase as Rick Kranitz comes out.
Y'all worried about sitting back there eating your goddamn burger?
Promise it's coming. Here it is. Well, the Braves struck first in this game with Ozuna hitting his 21st home run in the first inning. The Yankees quickly took the lead in the bottom half.
Man,
a Judge blast.
He was just getting slapped around.
Batted on 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 6th, but it all began like this.
Yeah, and we talked to you earlier about some of the keys to the Yankees' success at home. 58% of the time, I believe, if my memory's still intact, is a lead after 6 innings.
Yeah, that's some advanced stuff right there. Bases loaded for Judge. Takes the ball. He came up with the bases loaded his second time. Bounced into a double play. That was the one negative on his stat.
You know what? Now I just want Judge to hit it.
13 of those, just 5 all of last year.
Crush it right down Smith's throat.
On the 1-0, there's ball 2.
You know what I think might have happened with the golf ball hitting my head? My memory's getting better.
Is it really?
So take that, Bob.
It's like Rookie of the Year. Guy breaks his arm, starts pitching for the Cubs. You get hit in the head, and you remember everything. Savant over here.
Yeah. You missed the Bob part.
Yeah, I did. On 2-0, there's ball 3. And
there's ball 3. Come on, get him out of there. This guy's a joke.
Well, you look great.
I'm just glad I remember people's names and the score, keeping score.
Judge trying to make you use some ink. .28 home runs and 69 driven in this season for Judge. Bases loaded in the 6th. The 3-1 is
ball 4.
For ball 4. He's got another run.
That's going to walk a run. 7-1.
He's have another walk.
Base is still loaded. Now we have
this has gotten ugly.
Verdugo coming in.
Should give it up just 4 or just 3 runs over the 4-game winning streak. Giving up 7 tonight. Walks have been the biggest reason why. Jesse Chavez warming.
I know.
And now it's Verdugo. He's got one of the
all 1.
That is a pitch clock violation.
Oh, pitch clock violation on top of it.
That was going to be a ball.
I was going to say, yeah. No pitch, same result. Of the 8 walks the Braves have issued, tying a season high. Three in the bank in this inning as Verdugo waves and misses, and the count evens up. Production similar to what he had done in Boston, but the vibe totally different around his name. Two and one. Another ball. Verdugo said that he's felt like he's been free to be himself right from the start. Not that he didn't feel that way in Boston, but he gets here embraced right away by the captain and judge, who has admired him from afar for years, playing on the other side of the rivalry, and was one of the guys that encouraged the front office to go get Verdugo. Aaron Boone even said, "I've wanted this guy for a couple of years." That's a pretty good guy to have vouching for you, to start your reputation in a great place when you show up.
Bragged on the hat too much.
Full count again.
The only thing we can hope is that they lose again.
Aaron Bummer had walked 8 all year. He's walked 3 in this inning, and it's 3-2 on Verdugo. Merry-go-round in motion. Verdugo hits a big bouncing ball to first, and Matt Olson will put an end to this long 6th inning. 47 pitches needed between Morton and Bummer. Yankees get 3, and they've opened it up 7-1.
That is a big ouch. Humongous ouch. All right, so let's head on over to CeeLo's stream and check out what's going on over there. Also, Rising Rhino, I'd like to give a shout out to him. I had the pleasure of him stopping in the stream last night, and oh man, we chatted probably for an hour during the game. You know, there wasn't too many people that. It's kind of crazy because I think the highest I had in there was 14 people, and we still got 600 and some views. But yeah, we just sat there chatting up, and it was actually good to get to know the guys some. So I'd be more than happy from just my interaction last night, and I've watched these streams. I'd be more than happy to endorse his channel. So if you don't know who I'm talking about, you can check him out by going to Rising Rhino. He is currently streaming there you go. There's a shout out. There's his link. He is looks like he's got Canadian football that he's broadcasting.
Marcus Stroman giving the Braves or giving the
all right, so we got Marcell Ozuna, who's
needed tonight
1 for 2 at bat.
Bullpen getting
just
taxed
took
the last
ball 1.
few days. Stroman on 78 pitches has gotten through 6. Yeah, that's a little high, I guess, to Marcell Ozuna. Stroman's looking in there saying, what? And Marcell said, yeah, it was high. It was high. Stroman's retired 10 straight. Here into the 7th inning for the 3rd time in his 16 starts with the Yankees. And could not have picked a better night to do that. 4-pitch walk starts the inning. Uh-oh. Got some barking here at the home plate umpire Derek Thomas. You could hear Stroman. No, it's not. It's not high.
Yeah, that one hasn't been called all night, and Aaron might not be here much longer, even though he's got a lead in the game.
Yeah, he's gonna get thrown out. Throw his ass out.
It looks like Aaron Boone has been thrown out of this game.
Aaron Boone thrown out of the game.
Aaron Boone thrown out by Derek Thomas. And Boone will be happy to wear that one for his pitcher if it had to be one or the other.
See,
this umper's made a lot of bad calls tonight. A lot of bad calls.
Pitch more than that pitch anyways, right? And there's been a lot
Uncle Charlie had many pitches like that he was calling balls to.
Not been called.
Marcell should have been out. There was 3 strikes that were all right there inside the zone.
Some of it by design to some of the hitters on the Braves that struggle with the ball up.
The umpire's garbage.
And this
is something that he's doing more this year.
Yeah, and this is one of the guys that you got to get up above the hands. You see where he's got his hands, big, strong, left-handed hitter. And he's good
in
down
Rhinos?
in the zone with that power stroke. And Braves are hoping that he's starting to get streaky. There's no way.
Who do you want to raid, lady?
4 home runs that he had last year.
Oh, you already went over. Okay, yeah.
And they've seen it before, not just last
If anybody'd like to join me in a raid over to Rising Rhino.
Last year, he had a pretty rough stretch early on.
Just when you go in, tell them raid for Plan HBS, guys.
3 years in Atlanta.
Drop them a like, have subscribe, maybe give them a sub.
Ground ball to second. Torres
ground ball to second. Out number 1, but
everybody
runner did advance to
talks,
second.
Though, about how steady Matt Olson is, personality-wise, emotion-wise. And they think that anytime he goes through one of these stretches, they can trust he's going to come out of it because of that.
Yeah.
All right, I'll head on over right now.
Same can be said for the man at the plate right now, Austin Riley. He has broke into this game and just on fire, then went through a torrid bad stretch, came out of it. And that's the pitch right there. When he's going bad, that's the pitch he cannot stay off of. When he's going good, that's the pitch he stays off of, and anything that comes over the plate, he drives to right center.
Well, the Braves have handed out a lot of big contracts. They handed one out to him that was longer than Alex Anthopoulos had handed out, and he brought up your point, which was we saw him come out of some really bad struggles, come out on the other side. So I was confident I could give him a deal that's different than any other ones I've given out.
And see, to me, in the game of baseball, there have been more contracts given out without that knowledge, hoping that these great young players are going to always be great for 13, 10, 12 years. This proof's in the pudding right here for Austin Riley.
What time is it? Dance time. Woo.
Signed through 2033, and this has been part of the process for Anthopoulos. All their core wrapped up long term. All those deals done before these guys got to free agency. Swing and a miss. He can't lay off this breaker. Strikeout number 6 for Stroman, and 2 gone in the 7th.
All right, there you have, my friend.
Again, because that's so tight, it looks like a sinker coming out of his hand. And then you're already committed. You can't stay off of it.
A Braves team that had 8 runs on 14 hits yesterday doesn't have a hit since the 2nd inning tonight. Darno sends a deep fly ball the other way. It backs up for Duke or so.
That's a home run, Travis Darno!
Home run for Travis Darno. Not only did they get a hit, they get a home run. It's 7-3.
All right, so they're going to have a pitcher change for the New York Yankees. The Yankees currently lead 7-3. That was a 2-run home run blast from D-Train.
New York guy who has made a great
welcome
first
back.
impression in his first year in pinstripes. Michael Tonkin replaces him and pours a strike in to Ramon Laureano. Tonkin facing the team that gave him a second chance
with
last
24
year
games,
after going 5 years without
record,
making an appearance in the big leagues, considering
ERA.
retiring on multiple occasions.
Swing and a
But he
miss
comes
for
back to the Braves, has a
Laureano.
solid year. This season, though, it got off to a roller coaster of a start. He was DFA'd 3 times in a 3-week span. Ends up with the Yankees, and he's been dynamite. His 0-2 is in the dirt.
Forget which veteran, when I broke into the league with the Braves, said, "Kid, you play this game until they rip the jersey off your back."
Ouch.
He fouled that right back into the unmentionables of the catcher. He sure felt them. Oh, man.
Toughest position to play in baseball by far. Quickest position to get you to the big leagues, but man, oh man, do you take a beating. I mean, I joke with all my catchers because I appreciated every one of them. But I would always tell them, you're just a tool of suggestion.
But in reality, I mean, they're your best friend, because if you're a pitcher that relies on swing and miss stuff or throwing the dirt, all the different things, you got to be in the same page. And with the technology today, it's a lot easier, obviously, because you can make those quick decisions by just pushing a button. But man, they take a beating.
Talk about that pitcher-catcher relationship. He wears the do-rag when he catches Marcus Stroman. In lockstep with his pitcher. Game plan and wardrobe. All right, a deep breath. Says, I'm good to go. As tough as they come,
right,
those
so here we
catchers.
go.
1 ball and 2 strikes
1 and
on
2
Laureano.
count.
Tonkin tries again. It's a heck of a take. Count evens 2-2. Austin Wells' defense is the best quality.
We'll get it synced up. It was a little behind again.
Frames this one into the zone for strike 3.
Got him looking.
Wraps up the top of the 7th. Braves get a couple. Yankees, though, still lead 7-3.
They come back. We'll have Grissom at bat, Rice on deck, and Torres in the hole. Hey, Kenneth, I had to reread that. I didn't see the word hot. So I thought you said you were having a Hot Pocket and cookies for dinner. I was like, what? Andre Golfer, thank you for the sub. I certainly appreciate that. There we have it. We've officially got a sub on tonight's stream. So we are again at 45 and counting to that 1,000 and beyond goal. David Thomas, thanks for the membership. Oh, wait a minute. Well, thanks for the membership, David, but you had one gifted to you. You would have needed to renew that until next month, but I wonder why it let him. Well, thank you anyways, my friend. Hot Pockets, the only Hot Pocket that I guess there's two. I like the ham and cheese, of course, and then the Philly cheesesteak. The Philly cheesesteak is my favorite. Well, certainly. Thank you, my friend. Oh, okay. Oh, that's not him making a purchase of one? Okay. Okay. I thought he was buying another one. I was like, oh, whoa. You know, don't waste your money yet. I was like, why would YouTube allow that if you already got one? Okay, so you guys can make posts like that. All right.
It is.
All right, so here we go,
maybe
guys.
Last year.
Here's the pitch, Uncle Jesse.
1.17
starts out with
all-star
strike
caliber
one.
numbers. 17th season for a guy who's drafted in a round that doesn't even exist anymore. 39th round draft pick out of high school.
Yeah, but the only
And
ones
then a
I like, Wayne, are
42nd
just
round pick after a
the
couple
ham and
years of
cheese and the Philly
community college.
cheesesteak. I don't care for the pizza one, the pepperoni, or any of the other ones, really.
Pop fly and foul ground at third. Riley sprints over. He's out of room, and it's 1-2.
What's the last round now? Do you know? That was 22nd round. I don't think there's any. 20, yeah. I'd be done. See ya.
Yeah.
Get drafted.
Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you stopping in. If you're just joining us,
down the left field line.
That's left field line. That's gone.
It's gone. Opposite field to left field this time, and it's Trent Grisham, who now has 7 hits as a Yankee. 4.
That's a solo home run. That'll be 8-3.
Pretty amazing. I know what it says on the wall, but I'm not sure I believe it.
Google is right.
Why, thank you, ma'am.
8 runs for the Yankees.
It says 318.
Try again. I like that. That's cool.
The hitters don't care. They love it. Down the line each way.
Down and dirty. Ball 2. Rice, who is 0 for 2 on the night.
You know, he'd like
now
to
ahead of the
check
count,
that
2-1.
He's gotten his first couple hits in the
Now
big
is
leagues this
even
week, looking for that
2-2.
first home run.
Yeah, thank you very much, Lane. I appreciate that. Now the automatic system should pick that up
Cracks a line
and
drive into center field for a base hit here.
that's gonna be a base hit.
So Rice is on for the second time today. And tonight's telecast is sponsored by Google Cloud, the official AI partner of MLB. Catch the game like never before with Google Cloud AI. Got 3 guys in the building tonight that have 50 home run seasons. Matt Olson last year hit the 54. The Judge on pace to get another.
trying to think if I got a 50 home run season.
Did you have one in there?
I don't know.
Fell a little short.
Giving up 50 home runs.
Rob 50 and BP.
Try again. I like that sticker.
Ball and a strike on Gleyber Torres.
Oh, Fulton County, they flew out of there, boy.
Yes, ma'am. It's still
They
Jesse.
fly out of here.
First run that Chavez has allowed in more than a month. Now it's Torres.
That is gone. No, it's going to be shallow out. Fine.
Yeah, he's the first shot of the inning.
There it come through. Thank you for that super chat, lady.
So now it's Wells, who had that foul tip that had him in a ton of pain last inning. Stays in the game. He's up there to hit.
I think I need to work on a different one. What do you guys think? For the alert that comes up.
Austin Wells. Series is going to
What do you
wrap
think
up
I should?
tomorrow.
What do you
It's a
think
day
I
game.
should do for
Nestor Cortez
like when
for the
somebody
Yankees, Max
donates
Fried
or
for the Braves,
something
who's
in
back
that?
to looking like Max Fried since a bit of a rocky first month or so.
He's having one of the most interesting starting seasons ever.
How so?
Fly ball out to center field. Kelnick under it.
Start off the season
Out
any
number
worse
2.
with bad luck
Old's
and
got
kind of
the
runs
man
he
at
gave up.
first.
He gave up so many runs. And then he has like 3 games in the 7th inning where he's given up 0 hits or 1 run. It's either been shutouts or some fluky 5-run games. He's back into that mode, which makes him so special. Is you know what you're going to get when Max Fried's on the mound, and that's a professional outing. He knows how to pitch, and he'll be wanting to do that against this great lineup tomorrow.
Well, this lineup tonight has had great length to it. Of course, he had the home run from Judge, but out of the 9th spot, Cabrera's got 2 hits. He's knocked in 2. He's scored 2. And 6 of the Yankees' 8 runs have come 5 through 9 in the lineup. He's mad at himself right there. Thought that he had one to hit.
Riley tried to get underneath the catch there for out number 3. That is going to end the 7th inning. We're heading to the top of the 8th. Remember to get your votes in, everybody. Unless we have some more Yankees fans that come in and vote for their Yankees to win, the Braves got a lot of work to do for us to stay alive in that channel vote celebration. Hey, thank you for that sub. I certainly appreciate it. Commercial makes me laugh. Oh, thank you, Jack. I really appreciate that. Jack Luminous, welcome into the chat and channel. Thank you very much. We're happy to have you. It's kind of crazy, you know. A lot of people have said they stumbled across the channel by accident. It's like YouTube's not pushing it. YouTube should be pushing it to people that are looking for baseball, sports, things like that. It's weird to hear how some people find the channel. That'll be out number 1.
Hope Week stands for helping others persevere and excel.
What would I do without you, Lane? You and David and Kenneth. They're always one sketching with body.
Individual, family, or organization worthy of recognition and support.
I need to wire up a big bright bulb that it flashes when the audio.
One out in the 8th inning. The hitter is Orlando Arcia. Luke Weaver, a former first-round draft pick. He's with his 6th different team now.
Oh, absolutely.
Last season, bounced from the Reds to the Mariners to the Yankees. He said there was a moment where he thought maybe this is it. You know, I can't seem to stick with anybody.
Man, oh man, life on that fastball. As
Oh,
you so often
going
see
after
with
that
guys
for Arcia.
making
That
the
was
move from
way
the
up
rotation to the
high out of the
bullpen,
pocket.
The stuff has been totally different.
Well, when you watch him pitch, he kind of just slowly goes through his delivery and then the quick arm action at the plate. Watch this little pause here, and then watch how quick and high he hides that fastball, and it's on the hitter. And so that's a key. Deception. Look, everyone wants 95, 98, 99, but you got to have some deception too to your pitches, and he certainly is incorporating that.
94 as a starter, 95 plus out of the bullpen. Arcia
Come on, Orlando. 0 for 2 today with 2
strikeouts.
strikeouts.
23. One of the many Braves that has not been able to reach the high bar set last season. Arcia won the job during spring training and then was the starting shortstop in the All-Star game for the National League last year. Average down at 213. Another 0-2 coming from Weaver. Arcia takes strike 3.
No big surprise there. Arcia has been on a horrible
And then he just kind of leans downhill, and everything is on plane. He really shouldn't have a problem throwing strikes with how over the top and on plane he is to the plate.
2 up, 2 down in this 8th inning. Jared Kelenic, who's 0 for 2. Weaver throws. Pinpoint for a strike. He's putting it right where he wants it. You combine that with the deception you're talking about, and good luck.
Swing and a miss.
It just
0
looks
2 with
simple.
2
It looks
outs.
like he was always meant to do that. So whatever changes he's made to get to this point, they certainly have given him fresh life and a new role and an expanded role for the New York Yankees, because I don't think they anticipated he was going to be the high leverage guy that he's slowly becoming.
Looking for 1, 2, 3, 8th inning. Here he comes. Kelenic gets up on top of it and bangs it into the gap in right
He's
center.
going to have it to the wall. He's going to get a stand-up double.
Kelenic has his mind on 3. Better be sure with his 5-run deficit. And 2 out, and he'll think better of it.
That's
so
a
it's
2-out double.
for Jared Kelenic, who's fit in nicely in that leadoff role. They lose Acuna, they lose Michael Harris, but Kelenic sitting well above 300 in his first week in that spot.
Well, thank you, Jack. I appreciate
It's
that.
big for him. I mean, so much expected of him in Seattle.
Yeah,
probably so much pressure he put on
the
himself.
3D.
Can't miss
It's a
kid.
3D interactive.
And now he's in
put out by the
Atlanta.
MLB.
Gonna play a huge role down the stretch.
It's a pay
He's
feature.
pretty
You
much gonna be
actually
a
got to
platoon
pay to
guy,
be able
but
to
now
use
you
it.
gotta think he's going to play the
But
majority.
we're
of the
allowed to
reps
use it on
with
on
Acuna being
YouTube.
out. And Harris.
Albie's a 2 away.
And then you have the
Kelenic,
sync the game
New York
sound,
baseball fans
and
may be
it's
saying that
practically
name
watching
sounds really
the
familiar. Why does it
game.
sound so
Well, it is
familiar?
watching
He was
the
the
game.
6th overall
I mean,
pick of the New
what
York
you see
Mets
these
in
guys do is exactly
2018,
what they're
and
doing on the
prize
field.
prospect of the Mets sent to the Mariners, and
That's
the
part of
Diaz deal.
that's part of the 3D StatCast cameras that gather up all the other data.
Debuted in 21, 3 very frustrating years back and forth between the big leagues and AAA, often injured. Traded to Atlanta in the offseason and
Thank you,
been
Lanny.
given a second
Yeah.
chance with the Braves.
Yep, we do giveaways all the time. We actually have Golden
Bobby's
Broom
is 0 for
celebration
3.
we got coming up here real soon.
Takes high.
We're gonna take care of the Golden Broom celebration sometime during the next series. And then we got a chat vote celebration as well.
There's
Foul
that
ball.
fastball, such good life. Yankees helped him find a different grip on that fastball, which is something significant, right? I mean, 4-seam fastballs, how you've been picking up a fastball, throwing it your whole life. He altered that.
Yeah, and again, arm action. That's why you can't teach everybody to pitch and throw the same way. You got to have gifts that
Come
your
on,
body
Ozzy.
allows you to have, and his arm release and grip. is pretty
Foul
unique
ball.
to him and
2-2
the way
count.
that
We'll
he
do it
delivers the
again.
baseball. So hitters will tell you they don't care what the miles per hour is. They care about what the perception of what they're seeing. And if they don't see the ball coming out of his hand till late, it's going to be perceived as a faster pitch than whatever the miles per hour are.
Runner at second, 2 out, and another 2-2 pitch coming from Luke Weaver. Wells wants it down and away. He went up with a fastball and finished him off. Another scoreless inning.
That's it. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. 8-3 lead. New York over Atlanta. Looks like we may be splitting the series tonight. The Braves have a lot of work to do. I mean, we have 5 runs to put on just to tie the game, to go into extras, 6 to take the lead. I didn't see my buddy Matt stop at the channel tonight. I guess he didn't have 30 seconds of time to get on his phone and come support us. And guys and gals, we are being absolutely hammered right now with some rain. It said it told me OBS disconnected and reconnected. I don't know if it's going to affect you guys at all. You might get the little spinning window for a split second. If you have any problems with it, just refresh your browser. I'm going to have to call my provider again. But we've had a lot of rain recently.
The Yankees came back, won it in extras, and won the series in 6. Strike on Anthony
Strike
Volpe.
1.
This goes to show you when Uncle Mo changes momentum, it's hard to get it back. I think we outscored them 23-2 or something in the first 2 games.
Did you feel unbeatable at that point? Did you feel like it was in the bag?
Okay, yeah.
So here's the deal. Like, we were down 3-1 to the Cardinals, and then all of a sudden, in the next 5 games, we scored over 50.
Yeah, it
runs
just
to
went
like
down.
4 or 5.
So over the last
So
few
you're in
minutes,
that
you might
mode where
have
you
experienced
feel
it 'cause
unbeatable.
my bandwidth just all of a sudden crashed down.
And then that highlight you showed kind of cracked the armor. And
It's just
when you're up
OBS
2
that went
games to
down,
none,
though.
you're going
Like,
home
I didn't lose
with 3
connection
at
to the
home,
game
you're
or
supposed
anything
to
like
win the
that.
series. We didn't get it done. Credit the Yankees. They went on to win, what, 4 out of 5 or something like that?
Last team to go back-to-back. Bouncing ball to
Gonna be a grounder over to Albies, who
And
throws
Volpe's the
Matt
first out
Olson
of the
for
year.
out number 1. Remember, get your
These
final
two
votes in,
franchises
everybody. We're going to be pulling
to
that
win
chat
this
room down.
franchises the
at
last 3
conclusion of the
decades.
8th inning.
36 division titles combined the last 35 years for the Yankees and the Braves. 5 world championships for the Yanks, 2 for the Braves. It's been a while, though. Of course, 2009 for the Yankees. So the Braves winning their last one in 2021. Strike on Soto, who's reached all 4 times in this game. You know, there's a couple things I'm already looking forward to in the postseason. Ohtani being in the postseason for the first time. Juan Soto playing in the postseason in New York. We've seen him wherever he's been in October. Very on brand, seizing the moment, and
yeah, it's Matt's fault. There we go.
As good as he possibly can. The bigger
I
the
agree.
games get.
It's Matt's fault.
Look like in pinstripes.
He's the one that broke the rotation of what we were doing. Matt's fault. Matt's fault.
His value is already through the roof. Where could it go in October?
Full count.
It is Mav's fault.
You have made me very angry. Very angry indeed.
You just can't help but.
Ooh. Got him.
Sword right there.
Out number 2.
Make Stroman or Boone very happy.
Hey, you don't like that? Go sit down.
This pitch in his office. Yeah, that one. That's what got him thrown out, and one of the best all-time eyes in our game knows. Luckily, it's 8-3. James Rawson standing up for his guys. Strike on Judge. You can. He's definitely in that category. You can say if I didn't swing, it wasn't a strike. It's a stretch where Joey Votto was like that. Used to be like that.
Sweet mother of God! What is the holdup?
Williams, a guy who won Soto statistically. You can make some pretty favorable comparisons to when you're looking at youth and
just a bit outside.
Ball one strike on Judge, who's hit his
about the
28th of the season tonight.
Give him a heater.
You're kidding me. Judge swung. Oh, man. I'll tell you what, you're lucky I only have a 3-foot-long arm, because if my arm could reach, I'd shove it right up your
That
ass.
sends this game to the 9th inning. So Chavez strikes out Soto and Judge. And we go to the
Darby
9th.
Jones.
He's 3 outs away from tying this series up.
But, hey, Uncle Jesse got him anyways. Last chance for the Braves to make a comeback. We need 5 runs just to go to extras, or just to go to the bottom of the 9th. Yanks are doing real well, bro. For sure. Now, we came in last night and we just destroyed them. They've come in tonight and returned the favor. But at least we've scored more runs than they did against us, so. Yeah, Jack, tomorrow afternoon, between 12 and 1, that's Central Time, Game 3 will be played, and I will be streaming it. It is scheduled up on the channel, so don't forget to hit that notification bell so you get notified when I go live or I post a video or whatnot. Ugh.
Check
All
out
right,
the
so here we
largest
go.
selection of official jerseys, caps, t-shirts, collectibles, and more with your favorite team at MLBshop.com. Well, the newest Yankee, Phil Bickford, on the pitch again. A longtime Dodger, has bounced around the last couple years. Been with the Yankees in AAA this season and just caught up this weekend. Marcell Ozuna leads off the 9th and takes a strike from Bickford. Ozuna's home run in the first inning was his 21st this year, second only to Ohtani. Had the Braves in front, and it looked like they were off and rolling again, as this has been quite a stretch for this Braves offense. Nothing doing after that until the d'Arnaud home run a couple innings ago. Short fly ball in right field and an easy play for Soto.
Big Bear now out. Big Bear went one for 3 on the day.
A lot different pitcher.
Or excuse me, 1 for 4.
For the lanky
1 for
Bickford,
3.
he'll like to get that fastball up in the zone, and that's his illusion.
Matt Olson coming to bat. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Now would be the time for him to step up and hit a homer.
Bickford to Matt Olson with a fastball upstairs for ball 1. Bickford was a first-round pick twice. 10th overall pick in 2013. He went 22 picks before the Yankees took Aaron Judge out of high school. Didn't sign though. He goes to Cal State Fullerton for a year. Transfers to the College of Southern Nevada. Drafted in the first round again in 2015. Wouldn't make it to the majors for another 5 years. Did so with the Milwaukee Brewers. And you realize his dream, but it turned out to be quite a nightmare. First guy that he faces, he hits, he breaks his hand. Takes a deep breath. He says, okay, I'm going to be okay. Second batter, he hits him 2. Then back-to-back strikeouts. Okay, I'm going to get out of this. Everything's going to be okay. But then double, single, 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 4-run score. Sent down the next day. He's left wondering if he's ever going to get back. And he did, but with a new organization. Did so with the Dodgers and had some great stretches there where he was one of their top relief arms.
You're missing the biggest note.
The hair's gone?
The hair is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Flied to left field by Olson.
That'll be called for out number 2.
Another former Dodger.
Braves are down to their last out.
Yeah.
New York Yankees lead 8-3 in the top of the ninth.
I know something's different about him.
Did you get a haircut?
And he had to fit into the code of the New York Yankees.
Mm-hmm. Looking sharp, Phil Bickford. So the Braves down to their last out.
See? The memory and the stuff is just
flowing back to you, man. Just took a golf ball to the eye. Yeah. Strike on Riley. Now the Braves, after 8 runs on 14 hits yesterday, 3 runs on 4 hits today. And this Yankees pitching staff back to doing what it's done most of this season. A 1-2-3 9th inning for Phil Bickford.
There's your final score. The New York Yankees have defeated the Atlanta Braves 8-3.
Aaron Judge hits his major league leading 28th homer of the
Braves
season, 1 more than he had
win
on this
streak
day.
is
The
over.
MVP record-setting 2022.
Not going to retire the hat yet. I think it's still got some,
well,
some
the
luck
Yankees,
in there.
They know they're good. There might have been just a little fanned out, like, uh-oh, they did this last year around the same time. This is not the same Yankees team, so don't sweat it, Yankee fans. They are a good offensive team, and they're in a good place in the East Division.
That is first place now with a 1.5 lead
Oh,
over
absolutely.
the Orioles, who
Absolutely,
had the Yankees
Lane.
number this season, but the Yankees
Mav is an
just
excellent
everybody
streamer
else
as
at
well.
Cruz.
You'll see what she's talking about that we stream
Braves
together.
are 7 games back in
When
the
he
Phillies,
streams,
gonna
I
have a
stream
hard
with
time
him,
catching that
and
excellent
he
Phillies
streams
team,
with
but
me
firmly in command
when
of a
he
wild
can.
card spot. And as the Phillies and other teams have proven in
You'll
recent
notice
years,
that
you
we
just
run the
gotta get
same,
in.
some of the same layouts and different things. We do giveaways. When we do giveaways, it's for this channel. When we get on his, we do giveaways in his channel. So we do everything together. We've been buddies on the internet for 20 years now, so never met the man in real life, but love him like a brother. Someday before I leave this world, I'm going to be able to shake that man's hand in real life. Or at least that's on the bucket list. All right, Jack, take it easy, buddy. All right, guys and gals, so tomorrow's game, here, I can click out of this now. Tomorrow's game, I just don't remember the start time. Start time's 1:35 Eastern, 12:35 Central. I have it scheduled up. And I plan on going live 20 minutes ahead of time. If Maverick comes home at a decent time tonight and schedules it up tonight, I'll concede to his, and I'll take mine down, and I'll just stream with him. If he wants to procrastinate and wait until the last minute, then he'll have to stream against me if he wants to stream. I'm not going to do that to you guys. So, and I like to have stuff in my community page for every stream I do, whether it's on my channel or on Mav's channel, and not knowing until, if he doesn't tell me until 11 o'clock tomorrow, I wouldn't be able to have anything for you guys to know. I mean, I think you understand what I'm talking about. So that's why I want him to schedule it tonight. I'm actually going to text him, find out, and remind him just to put it up tonight before he goes to bed. So most likely it'll be coming from his channel. He needs to get a stream in before he gets this new work schedule going. I look out for him. You're never going to make money off of YouTube if you don't keep it going. Okay, so with that said, guys, thank you everybody for the subs. Thank you for the support, Lane, and everybody else. That was David. Everybody else that was reaching out to people, asking them to sub and hit that thumbs up. I certainly appreciate it. We actually had a fairly nice night with likes. I mean, we had 23 likes. So that's pretty cool. And we got, I believe we got a total of 2 subs today. Makes us that much closer. I'm all right with that. So again, just keep an eye on the community pages. You'll know by the time one of us posts. Okay. Yep. All right, so with that said, guys, I'm going to jump out of here. I think it's time I'm going to give him a call, find out what he's going to do, if he's going to stream it, and get him to post it up when he comes home. And I think I'm going to get up, crawl over there, maybe try to watch a movie with the wife. So thanks, everybody, for all the support, and I hope to see you all tomorrow on KGB for the C Sports Network. And I'm out. Peace.